bum 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 bum. Stop. This is my thing. Hello, everybody.
Oh,
Hello,
we're
listeners.
here.
Hello, viewers. Why is he
Hi,
screaming
friend.
audio? How do we sound, chat? How do we sound? Can
Can we get Doomfunk to do audio check?
we have been struggling, fighting, maybe even with our audio levels and everything, and we think we got it figured out.
Not saying
Sounds
it's been
off.
rough, but
Everyone. Okay.
oh,
Am I everyone?
I would
That sounds
love for
fine.
some more detail. I know you're. Oh, sound off.
Sound off.
Okay.
oh,
All right.
Everybody makes some noise.
I'll go first. Michael. I am Michael. Jordan.
I am Jordan.
My name's Kevin. Hi, I'm Will.
hi, I'm V.
Dylan's not here, I guess. He'll be back soon.
He's busy making a drink.
That's the void over there.
It
It
sounds
sounds
quiet.
a little quiet. Do I sound quiet as well, Mick? Because
Oh, there he
I
is.
am running on a
Oh.
completely different audio
sure.
source than everyone else.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna pump myself up a little bit here, and then I'm gonna put a gain on everyone else. All right.
Our volume could go up.
Ian
Okay.
Jordan, to be honest. Hey, let's try that once more. My name's Michael. I'm the host of the podcast. Dylan
Whoa.
and V.
Hi, friends. It's me.
I'm Kevin. Hey. Hi, I'm Will.
Jordan. Hopefully I sound alright.
Not Will. He's naturally loud as fuck and needs to calm the fuck down. Yes, we know. We know.
All right, I put a 10 decibel gain on everyone but myself, even though I did boost myself a little bit. It wasn't a gain filter. Is Will now too loud?
I'm never too loud.
That's a lie.
Y'all just can't handle it. Just can't handle it.
I guess I could give myself a little boosty boost too.
I'll give you a boost. Michael, you're great and you're handsome.
I needed that.
You're a lovely
Ooh.
person.
Ah.
Am I still really quiet?
Too much boots. Well,
Too much boobs? No, never.
I have a gain filter on them. I can turn it up as needed, and I can always edit it in post, I guess, for the recording.
Posterity?
Yeah. So, welcome everyone to our first live stream. Of course, today we are recapping the East Blue. I think you already knew that if you are, a listener or if you've even met us once. We are recapping the East Blue today, and we have brought some guests along. We have brought mutual friends of ours. We got Jordan. Jordan, say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, thank you, Jordan. We got Will.
Hi, I'm Will.
And we got Kevin.
Hello, I'm Kevin.
What we're going to start off with is just some short introductions. We've already given you their names, but we're going to let each person go through and talk about what One Piece means to them and why they're here. We know why Dylan and V are here. I'll still give them an opportunity to answer this question. They're here because I made them. And, and yeah.
We can't get out. We're actually in his basement.
Help. Cry for help.
This is why we have screens behind us. It's because we're in Michael's basement. The torture room is behind us.
So, Kevin, why don't you kick things off? How long have you been a One Piece fan? What's the impact on you? Anything you want to add that might shine some light on who you are as far as a One Piece fan, I guess?
That's a great question. I go way back with One Piece. I started One Piece in my early high school years. I want to say like sophomore year of high school. I've been watching since, I think currently, like continuously since about 10, 11 years now, watching, reading One Piece. One Piece has just been a story that never hit me like any other story. Like the time it takes, the foreshadowing, and the character development, and the world building is all something that really drew me in when I was younger. And going forward has just been quite the ride. So I'm glad to be here. A little thing about me is I'm one of those friends who's always going to recommend One Piece. I actually recommended One Piece to Michael back in the day, and I'm glad to see here we are today.
Yeah, well, that's why he was invited.
Oh yeah, go way back, me and One Piece and Michael.
Way back. Anything else, Kevin?
No, that's all for me.
All right. Will?
I want to piggyback off that last little bit, Kevin. There, when he recommended it, I remember when he recommended it to you and all that, when it all started and everything. So it was really nice to get you involved in, just like these other two here, because I do think One Piece is the greatest fiction story told, in my opinion. Here,
What
Been
about the
going on
Bible?
forever. Well, to each his own. That's what I said in
Wait
my
a minute.
opinion, right?
Well,
Are we going to get into that right now?
Welcome to the Bible,
get into
Bible
it.
fruit. We tricked him. We got him. Sunday
I
school.
like the main.
Bible
I
had
like
a nice
I
run.
like the writer a little bit more in One Piece than the Bible, probably. So, but no, I've been on and off of One Piece for a while. I remember when it came out when I was in high school, when I was a teenager, watching it. Really didn't read it until later on in the saga and everything. Watched it mostly through Toei Animation and everything else through there, through Adult Swim and anything else really. But impact on my life, it's caused an addiction for spoilers for me. I'm constantly looking for spoilers for One Piece. I cannot get enough of them. I need them, gotta get them. Every time I see them on TikTok, the little spoiler videos pop up, I gotta watch them just in case they're real. I mean, it's just caused a lifelong addiction to an animation. So yeah.
Surprise ruined for you. That's an odd addiction.
As Zed said in chat, they have the power of God and anime on our side, and I like to think we do too.
Just a little bit.
I like to think every time I look up to the stars, he's smiling down on me saying, "You're doing God's work, son." But
Why down there, my guy?
and Jordan.
So for me, One Piece was always very sporadic. Like I used to watch it occasionally back when it was on Toonami and whatnot. And then I'd fall off for a little bit, and years later be like, oh, maybe I should give it another try, and watch for a little bit. Never read the manga until I met you, Michael, and you kept pushing for it, and you guys were starting this podcast. I'm like,
Me?
yeah, it was clearly you that I started reading it.
Michael does that.
Yeah.
That's a One Piece fan right there.
So persuasive.
And then last year, September or something, I got COVID and just didn't feel like doing anything else. I'm like, you know what? I'll read a little bit of One Piece, check it out. And next thing I know, I just was caught up all the way. I just couldn't put it down and read to whatever chapter we're on now. And it's just been, kind of addictive, where I'm just rushing to read the next one as soon as I can and keep up with the story.
Right. Anything else you want to add there?
Nah, I think that covers most of it.
All right. So, like he said, Kevin kind of hooked me, but it took him a minute. It wasn't easy for him. I didn't make it easy.
No.
He had to keep asking and keep showing me this, that, and the other. I remember before I even watched it.
Yeah, you did.
A lot.
He still puts up a fight when you're trying something new.
Right. Will, you're not wrong. I've become.
What do you mean they don't have chicken tenders?
I've become old these days. I'm set in my ways, but I'm trying to be better about it. Or I don't know, it varies. But I digress. Kevin showed me the movie One Piece Stampede before I even watched One Piece. or maybe I had gotten through the East Blue. Either way, this is a movie that you don't watch until chapter, I don't know, I'm just going to take a shot in the dark and say 850. And
sounds all right.
Here I was on like 100 seeing this movie, which is it had like so many characters that have come to become like, that have come to be my favorite characters and stuff like that. And I'm just seeing them, like, thinking nothing of them. But I thought it was cool. I did. I thought it was cool. And yeah, I just think that it really has something for everyone. If you're looking for emotion, if you're looking for comedy, if you're looking for this grand world that you can kind of place different things in. Yeah, 850 might be too early. You can just like kind of exist in this world and have your own little way of thinking about things, and you're not necessarily wrong unless you are. Sometimes you can be wrong. And yeah, I love all that it's given us. It's a huge sandbox for our imaginations, I think. I think that's the way that I would best put it. And
Right on.
Dylan, how do you want to answer this question again? Brand new, just a wee baby. He's just a little guy.
Like, you were talking about how like Kevin introduced you to it. I feel like kind of the exact same way.
Kevin introduced you
like,
to it?
No, like how he introduced
What a small world.
You introduced me to it. He's like, "Oh, dude, you should read One Piece. You should read One Piece." I'm like, "Nah, not really interested. And then eventually, you're like, "We'll do it. And we'll do a podcast out of it."
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
that sounds like a cool idea. Let's give it a shot. You know, it's been a lot of fun since. And
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, a lot of my preconceived notions about it are turning out to be very, very wrong.
Yeah.
See.
Dylan, your audio is a little quieter than others Mick, but
my volume settings.
Mick,
Yeah.
That is a struggle we have even in just normal Discord life.
He's a
with this
soft-spoken
guy.
man. He's a soft-spoken
I'm
man.
really
Actually,
not.
in person, he is so quiet in person that it's crazy. Y'all would not believe it. He is quiet as a
Except
mouse
when
in person.
Except when he's trying really hard to
Don't-
be loud in the middle of a cruise ship.
Yeah.
He says,
Have you ever like breathed out all the air and then try to scream? That's how Dylan is in real life.
you ever try to breathe in all the air?
Always.
But yeah, he's just quiet. He's just a little quiet guy, and as long as you use the word little, I'm happy with that. I like that it's a little quieter. But yeah, Dylan, anything to add there?
That's pretty much all I got for it.
Right on.
It's just, I had a preconceived notions, and a lot of them are incorrect. And I'm having fun.
So, I found out about One Piece through my ex, who is a terrible person, and we will not get into that today. But I think that had unfortunately kind of skewed or tinted my perception of what that could be. Like, I had just a bad association with it in my mind. And then eventually, I don't know, Michael slid into my DMs the way he does, and he's like, "So, I think you would be really good at podcasting, and I would like you to read One Piece. And do you want to be in a podcast about One Piece?" And I was like,
I did not think you were going to say yes. I did not. I thought it was a
like,
long
"You mean
shot.
the one with the pirates?" And then he's like, "Yeah, that one." And I was like, "You know what? Fuck it."
Yeah, no, I was surprised when she's like, "I'm on board." I was like,
That
"Oh."
was exactly my attitude, was, you know what? Let's just go for it. And I've been absolutely flabbergasted. I've had my mind blown. I think I expected One Piece to be a lot more one-dimensional than it actually is. I think I expected One Piece to really cater to its target audience without delving into more serious topics, which I have been proven wrong. And the more I read it, the more I get attached, and that just shows me, now we're in the hundreds of chapters at this point in our current reading. If you're up to date, like, I don't know, 107, 108. I'm not exactly sure. And if I've grown so attached to the characters so far. I can only imagine how much more attached I will get. And that thought kind of scares me and excites me all at once. And it's been a journey. It's been a hell of a ride, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes.
Right on, right on. Well, if I may add one last, or are you done? Sorry.
I'm done. Yes.
So, if I may just put one last little lid on that here. A lot of people say that, oh no, you got to get through A to enjoy the series. You got to get through B. You got to get to, chapter 100, 200, 300. You got to get through all of this content to get to the good stuff. And I think one thing that us recording the podcast has really kind of given to me is that if you have someone to just like talk about this and have fun with, every single volume can be a 3-hour discussion,
Yeah,
we've
learned that the hard way.
demonstrated that. Yeah.
Literally.
I'll be short, I swear.
Yeah.
We've done like a sub 1.5 hour episode since like episode 2.
Since we were figuring it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know that waiting for 200 or 300 or 400 is what you need to do to get into it. I think it's the environment that you enjoy it in. You got to have friends to enjoy it with, and I wonder if that's part of the point. I don't know. All right, what we're gonna do next, or actually, any last words?
Pull up my beard now.
Yeah, I would actually like to say something as a viewer of you guys.
Course.
So as a viewer of One Piece, I've been in the One Piece community for a long time, reading, and then watching One Piece related content. It's always nice to like watch. I think it's the reason why fans like to get friends into this series as well. It's always nice to see newcomers experience it. And it's really nice and refreshing hearing both you and Dylan's takes on a lot of stuff. The way you guys talk about these earlier chapters and these earlier moments. Yes, there's always big moments that everybody highlights because they're like those big moments are like important to that, i.e. like Arlong Park, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
But watching you guys talk and discuss and really dive into like the smaller parts and the fact that all three of you bring these different details you guys like to find, I truly enjoy that.
Oh, thank you.
Aw, that warms my heart.
Yeah, for sure.
That makes me super happy to hear.
There's things you guys say that I don't hear other One Piece content creators or just like people talking about it speak on. And I think it's a level of like the same rhetoric that they usually speak on. And you guys coming out of like completely out of the One Piece world in that way. It's very nice, refreshing to hear you guys talk about it. It really is. Definitely enjoy it.
So, fun fact, y'all, I brought him on. He's never really met Dylan and V. He sat in on one episode, so.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
I would take his words as quite genuine, I think.
I remember the episode he sat in on, and I had like a speculation about Axe-Hand Morgan being the guy that Kuro had his foot on his jaw, and I was like, he breaks his jaw. Obviously, it's Axe-Hand Morgan, and I could see him like nodding in the corner, and I was like, yes, I got it.
Dude, for sure. Oh my god, it's so good. Like you guys are like,
happy with myself.
you guys are so perceptive with this so well too. You guys really understand what you're reading, which is what I like.
Good.
And I'm like, you guys take your time with it, obviously, because you guys are going chapter or volume to volume, which is very nice. But yeah, you guys are really taking time to understand it, and it's so nice. There's a lot to take in. And then also slightly on that, I was wondering, have you guys gotten like the kind of piggyback on what Will was saying earlier? Have either of you gotten like what's the word I'm looking for? The feeling to want to look up spoilers in any way? How has that been? Because I know you guys are only like so far in. You open this app, like I'm assuming you guys use the Shonen Jump app. You open up, you see like chapter 11, whatever. Have any of you guys been like, oh man, what's going on,
I might read ahead right here, right, Kevin? I might want to read ahead a little
Right,
bit.
Exactly.
So I'm someone that loves surprises. Like I've never been someone to want to know what a gift was ahead of time, like for Christmas.
Can't
or my
relate.
birthday. I love
I'm very much
surprises.
the same.
Yeah, it's tough.
So I've gone out of my way to avoid any potential source of spoiler. And if for some reason I get a glimpse of something I haven't seen before, I force myself to just forget it.
She's going to an anime convention next week.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to keep my head down.
Good luck with that. You're just a lucky kind of person.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Struggling.
Really paying attention.
It's a little popular.
Yeah.
What about you, Dylan?
I try my best to not.
I'm pretty much the exact same way. Every Christmas, my oldest brother is notorious for looking for receipts, digging through closets and stuff to find stuff. I'm like, no, we can't do it. It's not right.
It's not right.
It's against the rules. We can't.
You can't break the rules of Christmas.
I guess as a kid, I didn't understand it, but more as an adult now, I'm kind of looking at it. It's like the surprise of the gift isn't just for me. It's for the person giving it. So, if I went and found out what I got, I kind of ruined what they get out of it.
I'm glad you see it that way. Yeah, that's true.
So I don't go looking for spoilers, and I'm also a kind of person if I'm not I've probably seen shitloads of spoilers, but I'm not really paying attention, so it doesn't really stick. But once I'm paying attention, I care about something, it'll get grained in there pretty good.
Yeah. All right, hang in there, guys. Because once it gets good, I mean, it's great now. I say it's always been great. Obviously, One Piece is amazing that way. But I just know I listen to you guys talk sometimes, and I'm like, when they get to yada 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 volume, I could not imagine.
That's me every day.
2 weeks to read after it.
That's me every day, Kevin.
So, shout out to you guys. Enjoy the journey.
Where it's oh fuck, man, I want to read the next one. Why do we have
to be in y'all's shoes to experience it all over again? Oh,
it's great. It's a good feeling. Yeah.
And that's kind of what I hope we are providing with the podcast is to get those long timers, those people that have been fans for years to kind of look at it again from a beginner's perspective and to kind of fall in love with the manga again. So I hope that's something we can do for our listeners.
One of our listeners, Mick Foley, has at least recommended us to a friend in one of the Song of Ice and Fire Discords he's a part of, per our general chat. Dylan, get out of chat, please.
I'm not allowed to interact with the listeners.
No,
no spoilers.
Yeah, you don't need to be looking at it.
God, I don't even know why. I can't believe I have to say that.
Here being told people, hey, no spoilers. They're fresh on this.
We can't control that. I can't.
Let them have fun. Yeah. Dylan, you gonna throw a little fit?
They do that all the time.
I am. I'm gonna stay at my little feeties.
Hey, this is about chat. Chat, you guys know better. No spoilers.
Well, technically, this spoiler, it was barely a spoiler, if I'm being honest.
I didn't even catch anything. See,
Thank you, Doomfunk.
Having
exactly.
ADD is great.
Well, I think we should make a disclaimer on what chapter you guys are up to now.
We are on chapter 108.
Yes,
okay, anything 109 plus?
No, Dylan can just not be in chat.
Yeah, just don't be in chat. Yeah.
Right. It's not hard.
I can't see everyone's faces.
Huh?
You
can hide chat.
Spoilers every week, but I somehow manage.
Right.
Fine, I closed it. Fine.
All right.
Good.
So, we're going to do a little East Blue recap. We're going to each go through and just talk about... We're going to have the same conversation, but just specifically centered around the East Blue and what we thought of it and some of our favorite memories in that arc. And then at the end of this, I'll go through and I'll start pulling panels. That's when I'll bring up the panels that you've submitted. Had everyone submit some panels. We're just going to go through and just kind of ooh and ah at them. Like we're watching fireworks, but it'll be different than fireworks. Don't expect fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have the budget for fireworks visual effects. So maybe once we get sponsors, we'll see.
I can take the webcam outside, honey. I put it in my front yard.
He doesn't have fireworks, though, but we can look at the sky, I guess. Anyway. So, not to put you on the spot, but we're going to start with Jordan, and then we're going to go down to Will, and then Kevin. Reverse order of last time. So, just East Blue, what moments stuck out from you? What characters? And we'll dive into this when we get to your tier list and everything. Just like your big overarching thoughts on the East Blue?
I mean, I love it all. Back in the younger days when I was just watching the anime, the whole Baratier arc was the one that always stuck with me the most because at the time I thought Sanji was just the coolest guy. And it had like all that great action, like on the like with the platforms coming up and fighting Krieg with all his weapons and all that. I find as I get older, like the more emotional stuff, like in around Nami and Cocoa Village, like that's the stuff that really hits like more home for me nowadays. Like when I getting teared up, like seeing all the trauma that Nami went through, or the Sanji and Zed being trapped on the rock versus the combat's still amazing, but it's the more personal stories that really have made more of an impression on me nowadays.
It sure does linger on those personal stories.
Yeah.
It makes you feel it. It's like, no, we're not done yet. He's got to eat the leg first before you can go.
Yeah. It's like all this stuff you skipped over when you were younger, maybe. Now it's like, oh my god, the man like cut off his own leg to feed a child. But yeah, that's. I mean, all of it's great, but those are the things that really like jump out for me.
Brate is super cool.
Yeah.
All right, Will?
Well, for the East Blue right here, I think the thing that sticks out the most for me, I was a big fan. I was a big fan of Django and Kuro when they were first introduced. When I went back and redid my rewatch of East Blue a long time ago, when I decided to get back into One Piece, those two villains just really just stick out to me to this day. Still, I don't know why them two do out of the original ones. Just something about them there. They stick out very heavily for me right there. Also, the fact that in East Blue we have Arlong Park, which is led by Hercule, my bad, Arlong, same voice actor in the anime. But that whole moment there with Arlong Park, that moment with Nami, you know, her whole life going through of not wanting help, not wanting help at all, and then finally accepting help at the end from Luffy is very, very. That's a very big moment for me. Like I remember watching it when I was younger, getting teared up, and hell, even as a 30-some-year-old man, I get teared up thinking about it this day. It's like, yo, man, you sacrificed everything, and then here comes this kid. He doesn't know what your problems is. He doesn't know about, you know, you just lost all this money, and look at this one guy here, the number one guy. He's just like, yo, I'm gonna help you. And really, that was, I mean, that's East Blue. They got me hooked into One Piece. I mean, that moment there is what I say. That's the moment that gets you hooked into One Piece to me.
Right on. All right. Anything else?
Not really, no. Mihawk badass in this. Mihawk bad. I'm a bit, we get an introduction to Mihawk, and we'll touch a little bit later on him, but Mihawk stands out to me. First introduction of a big bad guy.
Right on. All right. And Kevin?
Yeah, East Blue for me. East Blue was always campy. I think that's the best way to put East Blue. East Blue is fun. It's always been very lighthearted. And when I was first finding One Piece, and then East Blue, with it being the way it starts off, was always, when you put it against like other animes and mangas at the time, it has this very more comedic tone compared to others. The thing that always attracted me to the East Blue and One Piece in general is the fact that it's always like kind of a cartoon in that way. It's very toony in that way. And that's just what always attracted me. It can be very serious at times with like, very important story moments like Arlong Park and even later moments of Baratier. But it's goofy all the way through. It's a nice, like, 100 or so chapters before Oda's even like, okay, now we're starting the journey. And that's what I love about the East Blue.
Do you think it sets you up for what is to come? Because I feel like it completely subverts what you like. It lulls you into a sense of almost
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all, exactly.
The next arc is totally left field to me.
Not at all, exactly. Like going through people who talk about the Grand Line, they're like, the Grand Line's so different. And you really can't expect what comes next. And that's why I say it's like this more campy tone of all of One Piece in that way. Like it's very much lighthearted, more, but still not absurd or surreal in that way yet. Using a little lingo from your last episode.
Yeah, speaking of surreal.
Speaking of surreal, I think it is V next. V, just the East Blue. I mean, I know you don't have a ton to compare it to, but what have you thought so far? This is your chance to finally, wrap all your summaries up into one big bow and leave it behind.
Feels like it's ass.
Honestly,
No,
it sucked.
This whole show's kind of like mid as fuck.
I think what the sentiment that comes at the forefront of my mind when I think about the East Blue is that it made me want more. Like it's like it sets a tone that I really appreciate, but I know that there's so much more that they can do with this, and it's making me excited for it. Like I know that I have something substantial to sink my teeth into in the upcoming volumes, and I'm just looking forward to it. And I feel like it did do a pretty good job at kind of establishing the baseline in terms of the broad strokes of everyone's, or the main crew anyway, of their goals, their lore, where they come from and where they're going. But I know that this is only just the tip of the iceberg, and that's, just looking at how many chapters there are released up to date. Like, I know that this is true. I just don't know to what extent yet. And I was honestly very surprised that it went into some real stuff pretty early on. We're talking about Bellemare, for example, who is a character that I am very, very fond of. We get into Arlong Park and kind of Nami being freed from her proverbial shackles. We experience loss. We experience dilemma. Like we go through a lot, even just with that. And if that's any sort of testament to what's to come, even if it's just a fraction, like it makes me so excited for more. And I feel like it was like the perfect little appetizer to open your appetite before you dive into the meal, if that makes sense. Like if that's an analogy that makes sense at all, that's how I feel. It's like it gave me a taste, and now I'm just hungry for more.
Hors d'oeuvre, or however that you say that
Hors d'oeuvres,
in French.
Hors d'oeuvre.
Oh, okay. It sounds exactly how I thought it would.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, that's it. Just it makes me want more. And that's all I could ask.
All right. Well, thank you, V. Dylan.
East Blue story was really cool. I mean, I will admit, early on, I was really afraid that like a lot of the villains were going to be like, this is the bad guy for this volume, and that's it. All right, they're done. Like just like one-shot villains. Because Captain Morgan gave me those vibes. Alvita gave me those vibes.
You did say that in the episodes. You're like, yeah, we probably won't see this person ever again.
Yeah, we didn't really get any depth until like Buggy. But that's been resolved. We've met some very deep enemies at this point. The one thing I take away from it is I love the way Oda does scenery, like his big scenery shot, like the Buggy ship being laid out with some beautiful panel. That's what I'm starting to look for, is this awesome 2-page spreads. Like there's been some great artwork. And some of the story stuff's getting pretty crazy too. Like this past episode, I really not fully 100% on the Zolo thirst train, but starting to understand it a little more, because you actually got to kind of see him in action, where before it was just like, '90s
That's not
animation
East Blue,
cuts
though,
where it's just
but-
like, oh, I killed a guy. Whoa! It's like the open close the sword and an apple falls in half. It's pretty much all of his shots. But like this time, it's like, oh, now I see the act. Now I can actually start putting together in my head how he actually fights.
That's funny, Dylan. Oh, whoa, he cut an apple in half.
Dude. Oh.
Do a watermelon next.
Oh, sick.
Dude, I got an app idea. We're about to make millions. But and like the scene, like scenery is the big one for me. Like the Baratier was amazing. I love the scenery of that. Rogue Town was also super cool to see. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Right on. Is that
I'm
all you
gonna
got?
piggyback on that.
Oh, go on.
Sorry, if I can just piggyback on what Dylan said, Oda really does a great job at like scenery and
Really?
locations and designing with the concept in mind, with the reason in mind in that way.
Hmm.
So yeah, I definitely want to piggyback on that thought. That's all.
Dylan, did you want to add anything before I go? Dylan?
Pretty much all I've got for
Okay.
East Blue. You know, it's pretty much what V said. It's a great way to get like dip your toes in it and be like, okay, yeah, I want more.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I think one word I'd use to describe the East Blue is quaint. Compared to where we were, to where we will be, to literally where we are now in the manga, like, when you think of the East Blue, you think of just small potatoes, low stakes, and you have no idea. Dylan V, you have no idea what.
I love that.
And I can't wait. Anticipation is another word that comes to mind. It just makes me so hungry to dig deeper and dive further and see more. And I just want to talk
Yum,
to
yum,
you.
yum.
Yeah, I just want to talk to you about this and that and those and him. Really?
So how hard is
made
it
that
for
be?
you
I
guys
love
to not
him.
talk
I
about
love him.
spoilers? That was
I-
the question
So
that was
hard.
brought up for us.
I
How
mean-
hard is it for you
Him,
guys?
it's very. Even whenever we were just explaining right there, it was. I had to set.
You mean giving you guys spoilers or spoiling ourselves?
No, give you guys talking to us about things.
Oh
that
my
would be
god.
spoiled.
It's incredibly
It's
difficult.
incredibly hard. It's incredibly hard.
Yeah.
We've literally said certain characters' names right in front of you and just been like, should have said that. Shouldn't have
Yeah,
said
I mean,
that.
going like mother.
You don't need to know about that. Forget that.
See, and that's the great thing about ADD. I don't remember.
But yeah, humble beginnings to such a grand adventure. A treat to be sure. And
Grand line.
Hey.
Sorry.
yeah, I am going to pull up some panels now. We will be overshadowed by the panels, so do be aware of
I'm
that.
still here.
Yeah, well, it'll just be voices, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my display capture. You probably see Twitch, and then we're gonna start with a V panel because really it struck me. I kind of wish I had chosen this one.
I love this panel with all my
Oh
heart.
yeah. Okay.
The
It's a
use-
very, very good panel.
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
I'm gonna let you start, V. I have thoughts, but I'm gonna let you start. I'm gonna let you go ahead and you can tell how you picked it, why you picked it, what you
Yeah.
picked. Do.
So, for me, Kuro was the first real villain of the story. Buggy comes first, but we don't really get to see the extent of Buggy as a villain until later on. But Kuro for me was the first real one, and this was a perfect shot to. Well, first of all, we see kind of the extent of his power. We see the bodies all over the deck of the ship. And then just the perspective. That's something I love about Oda in general, is how well he plays with perspective. Seeing the bodies kind of in the forefront and then Kuro in the back with his claws shooting upwards, the moon in the background. Just that it's so cinematic as a panel. And to me, that kind of showed really the extent of what Kuro can do and how, threatening of an enemy he was at the time. So yeah, that's why I picked it.
the use of darkness in this. This feels dark. This
The way
feels
that Kiro
sinister.
just sits back there, you see is like you kind of really don't know what's in the background really there, really with his weapon there, whatever it is, just sitting there. It's just very good.
And just the blood kind of everywhere.
Oh yeah, for
like
sure.
It's gory.
For sure.
That's the finger knives are really stupid.
Dylan, they're not practical. But neither is having 3 swords.
Yeah,
However, you'll probably agree with that.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking stupid.
Dylan's like, where's the practical mangas where they just
with an assault rifle to just get it done.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Dylan just wants the guy with a gun back there.
Yeah, come on. They have guns. Why is no one using them?
Oh, you know what? It's still showing me. I want to move me to the back. Give me just a second, viewers. I don't want to be seen if I don't have to be on this. I want it full screen. I want to put the focus on the panels.
In the meantime, we can ask our guests what they think about.
Yeah, any thoughts on this particular panel? I know Zed has said a thing or two here. Move down. Move to the bottom. There we go.
Yeah, chat. What y'all think about that?
Yeah,
there?
hey chat.
Huh?
Hey
Huh,
chat.
what y'all think about that right there, huh? I know some of y'all don't know One Piece at all in here.
Yeah. Live
But
action, Mr. Live Action over there.
Art-wise, all that and everything.
Zed brings up a good point. Dylan, I think you might appreciate this. He went out of his way to stab them with their own blade while wearing gloves.
That is like, and like, that's the thing. Like you picture like the receptionist with like the super long acrylic nail. It's like, how do you do your job? Can you pick
Flawlessly.
But he
It's
does
just,
it. Does he not?
He does it.
Not,
Yeah,
you know.
but does it make him extra as fuck? Yes, it does.
And that's
I'm not sure I
okay.
can get down with that.
You know, Kuro's character in live action is not that bad also either. I do.
Hey, spoilers for Drew. Those are spoilers for Drew, actually.
I think
Oh,
everything
my
in
bad.
here is spoilers for Drew.
All right. Any last words on this panel? I'm going to move on.
I've said what I had to say.
She said what she said. You heard it here first. All right, this one needs to zoom out. This one I think is Kevin, which, while I like the guns and I like Sanji here, I love a good moment for Sanji. I think he had better panels, but go off, King.
Okay, here's why this panel is so good. This panel isn't more about just the panel. It's about the meaning behind the panel and the character. This is right after Sanji, I believe, was offering food to Gin. And then everybody starts pulling out these guns on him. You know, like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, these blickies on him. Thank you. They start pulling out these guns on him, and they're like, dude, what are you doing? That's the op. And Sanji's like, you know, if you want to stop me, fire. Like, Sanji's literally looking at them like, guys, what are you guys doing? We're cooks. We don't deny.
We need to feed people.
We don't deny people food, you know? Like, at the end of the day, we're going to feed people, and then I'll beat his ass. At the end of the day, I'm going to make sure.
I don't want to beat a starving man's ass. What's the fucking point?
What's the point?
Let's at least feed him first.
And then I'll beat his ass, you know? But I feel like Sanji, this has always been such a great moment. It's a small moment, but it's a great introduction to his character in that way. Sanji is a guy who, like, he's an honest man in that way. And, you know, again, like, yes, Gin or whoever was going crazy, but he's like, I'm going to feed this guy. They're like, he's broke. I'm going to feed him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I like that panel.
And that's something
And I think
I
this looks
wanted-
clean. His arms out. They got the guns out. I just think it looks really clean.
That's
Go
something
on.
I really appreciated about Sanji when we first got to know him is he has this sense of like a little bit like a Hippocratic oath.
Yeah.
Like doctors have, where, you know, when he sees someone that's hungry, regardless of who they are and what their circumstances are, he's going to feed them. And I appreciate that integrity, even though it can be a little bit misplaced. I still like that a lot as a character trait for him.
He's just doing his job, really. Let's be honest, guys.
Just doing his job.
Yeah, he's just doing his job. He's just
Exactly.
Be the guy and be like, it's a restaurant, not a soup kitchen.
He's like, "Wham, bam, boom. You want this burger or a kick?"
The dark suit is very distinct for him. Like his
Yeah.
whole outfit is just black with a few, you know, little details here and there. And it's very striking in a good way. Um, we've talked about it many times, but we love some just drop that ink on the page, Oda, and let whatever happens happen. Just the darker, the better, I think. Anything else we want to add here?
That's it for me.
All right. So we have Jordan here. Jordan, this one, I forgot all about this scene. And when I saw it, I was like, okay. Okay. Okay.
One of my
sorry, go ahead.
One of my favorite things when I've been reading it has been like just every now and then Oda will just work in just like these panels of just someone making a strange face that just has me dying laughing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just the case where you just have Luffy making that straight face behind him as he's just holding him up as a human shield. Like it's the little stuff like that that I just love it. It tickles me. Sometimes like even literally laughing out loud, which, you know, I hardly ever actually do, but One Piece gets me with that stuff.
Because we're millennials and we're dead inside.
Exactly. I don't have feelings unless I'm reading this manga.
So when you said funny faces, I was like, yeah, the Usopp face, pretty funny. I mean, Usopp. the Helmeppo face at the bottom. Yeah, that's pretty funny. And then
the corner one, though.
It's the corner. It's Luffy.
It's the corner.
Yeah.
And then he says, okay, go ahead and shoot. Zed just put in chat a reminder that if you're not Luffy's friend, he doesn't really care that much what happens to you.
Oh, hell yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, he will go to the end of the world for someone he cares about.
Or someone he just met and kind of likes.
He doesn't, if he doesn't know you,
yeah. If you don't give him a reason to care, he's not gonna.
You're staying trapped under that burning building.
Yeah.
That's one of those things. It's like, if he doesn't know you, he'll probably war crime you.
Yeah, isn't using a human shield a war crime, Dylan?
You just hear the theme song from One Piece start playing after that.
Boom. No, I was thinking Overtaken. Anyway. Yeah, this is good. This was so funny. This was like one of the first like laugh out loud moments. Not the first, but it was up there. I mean, it's like the third chapter or volume chapter. I don't know.
First volume had a lot of knee slappers in it.
Yeah. Any last words, anyone? All right. We are moving to me. And I stole this from someone. I saw that we had some overlap, so I took this one.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
That was an honorable mention for me.
Yeah. This panel, I forgot all about it until we started rereading, to be quite honest. But when I saw it, memories instantly started flooding back.
It's so good.
I think
Man, Usopp's so good.
This panel, this 2-page spread, is so detailed with the faces. Jordan, you brought up funny faces. These are not funny. This is, I mean, it's a little silly, I guess, but
it's hysterical.
It's comical, but
hysterical is a great way to put it.
It's not a funny moment, right?
No,
it's a sad moment, but it's drawn in such a way that's so like expressive.
It touches so many emotions in me. It's sad, but it's also a beautiful moment. It's a good thing for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Everyone here is coming up.
Snotty, I'm at first.
And they're snotty, yeah. They are
snotty in theory.
All the fucking boogers going in
I
their
think
mouth.
also...
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think also like the placement of like where they tried to have this scene at too. They're in this forest. They're away from where Luffy, Zoro, and Nami are at. You know, he's doing this separately. And then he's also like away from them in that way. Like, yes, they're crying. I'm sure they can see each other crying. But he's still trying to have a smile on his face. Because he's like still the older one of them. But they're all just kids, you know? Kids saying goodbye to their friend. And it's just sad, but sweet in that way. And Oda does a real good job at like showing different types of crying / grieving in that way, like to show there's really no one way to show sorrow. Just let it out. And I think that's what's so great about this.
It's okay to ugly cry. It's okay to hold it back.
Cry. Yeah.
It's okay.
However you want to do it, you know?
Yeah, everyone's way of expressing emotions and I don't know if that's exactly what this panel is trying to say, but maybe, this is what it puts in me. Like,
But it's true. There's a diversity.
you're valid.
Yeah, there is,
I think it
for
says
sure.
you're valid in your feeling.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Usopp has a
I will
smile on his
say
face.
we've referred back to that moment a lot. Like whenever we see any kind of semblance of the same type of drawing or the same type of emotion being displayed in later chapters, we've often referred to, oh, it's like the Usopp pirate scene. It's
Mhm.
memorable and it sticks to someone's mind because it has a lot of impact for sure, not only in the way that it's drawn, but like you said, Kevin, just in what it means.
Yeah.
Also, I love the use of space in the middle. Like, I don't know, I feel like it lets it linger for a second. You see this, like, if you read from right to left, you see the sad, you read, you see the left, and then I think it really draws your attention to the middle. Like, I think you
It's
see
great
the sides before. Yeah,
That's the best pirate crew right there so far.
Honestly.
Hands down. Honestly,
Mhm.
10 out of 10.
Honestly.
Those kids
Give the
are-
Usopp Pirates their due.
yeah,
Right?
honestly.
Don't have kids come up and tell you to run your pockets.
All right. Any last words on this panel?
Just memorable.
Gold.
That's all.
10 out of 10. Yeah.
All right. And then this one is Will, I believe. Yeah, we'll set us a color one, which I am
that's
good
Oh,
with.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a really good
Talk
one.
about this one.
Pretty much the reason why this one should stick
It
out with
speaks for
everybody.
itself, right?
Yeah, it
I'm
speaks for
surprised I
itself.
didn't get 50 of these.
Yeah, the moment before this, I like to hint this is whenever I was talking about East Blue earlier, where when Luffy gives Nami his hat, as you can see right there, he says, don't touch my hat, that's my treasure. The whole time before that, he's been hoarding it this whole time. No one can touch it or anything. But in that moment right then and there, he just gives up his most precious treasure to her because he knows what he's about to do. That in my eyes, when I read this, it's like, yo, Luffy might not come back. Like he gave her his treasure. Like, hey, like this, I might not come back here. You take this. We're gonna go handle this.
I don't know
When I
that
first
Luffy
read this.
ever assumes he's going to lose.
I don't think he is going to
same.
lose. I mean, I don't think he is going to lose. But when I first watched and read this, I'm like, yo, like, why did he give her a hat for? Like, he never gives his hat out. It's just someone that he trusted with it, right? Like, he hasn't known Nami for only a few chapters so far, and he ends up giving her the hat right here. And what leads up to this, when Nami is broken from accepting nobody's help, and then finally accepting it, and then you get the gang just sitting there, posted up. Zoro over there being Zoro. Sanji's smoking a cigarette to relax. Usopp is being Usopp, probably reminiscent about his old pirate days with his old crew right there. And then you
think
just
for me,
get
this
Luffy
is,
with the "Let's go."
This is the moment where she becomes part of the crew.
Yeah.
Like where she officially becomes part of the crew, where he tells
Luffy's
her,
eyes, she never left.
like, no, but I feel like that just solidifies it. Like
She
you
felt it.
are one of us. And yeah, she feels it, he feels it, and just that shot of them kind of all together like that.
Arlong wouldn't
panel.
do this, right? Arlong wouldn't have done this.
Right.
Right, like this is what a crew is was supposed to be, like a family here.
Yeah.
Like what she
yeah,
went
that's
through
what she
before
would
with her foster mother and all that and everything, right? This is what it's supposed to be. Like they're supposed to make sacrifices for you.
Well, that the middle panel for me, it was just like really what it like really stood out. It's like they were waiting because they knew it was coming because they knew someone fucked with their crewmate. To me, that wasn't them just they're all like hanging out waiting for something to happen. They're all like, oh, no, we know we're going to fight.
We're
Like, the
waiting for
fight's-
her
yeah,
because she's one of us.
getting the squad rolled up, and then we're gonna go beat some ass because somebody fucking around with their homie.
In chat, Zed said Straw Hat's about to drop the hottest album in the East Blue.
It would be
Right?
a great album cover.
It would.
I want to put in special attention to Usopp. Like, he doesn't often look menacing, but he does not look to be trifled with. And I don't know what it is about it. He's just sitting there. He's ready.
Looks a little
Fresh comp.
somber.
But yeah.
That's a solid one.
Again, the middle pose, I love all their poses. They're just sitting there like, even before Luffy did the hat, like Zoro, Sanji, and Usopp are sitting there like, all right, we're going to wait. Because our captain's about to tell us to go beat some ass,
Exactly.
They just waited for him to say, let's go.
Yep.
Exactly. And I want to say something about Usopp, because I was kind of just thinking about this just now. You see Usopp's legs shake a lot, and sometimes you can't stand, and I feel like that's why he sits down in this moment. Again, he was terrified going into that moment, but he wasn't
Great observation.
Yeah.
He's not trying to show.
Makes a
I
lot
think
of
that's why he
sense.
always sat down. Yeah. Like he still wanted to look tough with the rest of them. And good for him.
Don't disrespect my man
still
like that.
looked
Don't
up with the
disrespect
rest
my
of
man
them.
like this.
Yeah.
But I think that's what it was. I think he was a little scared.
I think he's so
Definitely
excited
was a
and ready
no.
that he had to sit
Come
down.
He's like, I gotta sit down. He's like, ooh, I
Take
can't
it
really
from
stand for this
excitement.
right now.
He's definitely scared.
I'm coming down with
We know
don't want to
anything
beat
about
their ass
Usopp.
fever.
That's why I love Usopp. He's always scared, but he'll get in there in that mix.
He'll
Get in there.
It takes.
Okay,
He has to work
exactly.
himself up. He
I love
has
Usopp.
to. He needs a
He has
second.
to. He has to work himself up, run away, and then work himself up again.
I mean, it
It's
makes
like in
sense
our-
if you're fighting a giant fish man who's going to kill you.
Right. It's in our latest episode, I think, when they're coming into Whiskey Peak again. That's the beginning of Baroque works. But he says, "Oh, I think I'm coming down with I can't step foot on this island fever." I was like, "Okay, Usopp."
All right. Any last words on this one?
Mostly for me.
Yeah, clutch panel. All right. So this one's coming from Dylan, and he sent me the tiniest.
Is this a picture for ants? What is this?
I'm sorry, I could not find a good way to get a good
Oh,
shot.
I think we know where he's going with this.
It's the bottom right. Bottom
Yeah.
right panel. It's just this fish dude. It's just like this is one of the reasons why like I'm trying my hardest to get like past all of, like Sanji's simpiness. Because it's like you just got this fish guy sitting there, it's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Like, fish karate, I'm so good. Oh, shit, that's a foot. And then next 3 pages, proceeds to get his ass handed to him. It's just the interrupting a monologue with a foot to the face. It's just so bad. Like, just completely, like, I'm over your shit. You're done.
You can see the impact, like just
Yeah,
the way
and
that
the
the impact is drawn.
Yeah. And the shock on his face when it happens, too. Like, it's like, oh, shit.
He's watching. Hello.
Yeah. It's like, oh, shit, that's his foot.
little example here. The Straw Hats are not about talk. They're just ready to. I mean, it's a great little example here that they're not about that talk at all. It's time to just fight.
Sanji wants all that heat.
If I may, Mick Foley in chat put a pretty cool quote. He said, Usopp personifies a quote from Game of Thrones. Can a man still be brave if he's afraid? That is the only time a man can be brave, his father told him.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. He is brave.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's referring to the previous panel, but I thought it was good, so I wanted to...
Yeah, because he's scared shitless, but he still does
but he still
it, right?
stands up, yeah.
Yeah.
Zed just DM'd me a higher quality one here, and I'll go ahead and thank you, Zed.
Trying my darndest.
Yeah, clean.
I could not find
Thank you, Zed. Thank you.
There we go.
That neck meat.
Yes.
That's
a big neck there. That is a big
lot
neck.
of neck meat.
That thing's
Yeah,
about to get
and
snapped
he
back.
I
does
bet
have
that
a pretty
neck-
thick neck, that one.
With a little bit of a seasoning on it, might taste pretty well.
It's just the look of shock, and then just the proceeding of the ass beating for like the next 4 pages.
Oda loves his Dorito necks.
It was in that moment.
He knew he fucked up. Exactly, dude. That personifies that so well.
Yeah.
Dylan's back in
the way
chat.
he drew with the foot coming. It's just. Oh, no, I'm not in the chat. The way the foot just keeps like it's coming in. It's just like, oh my god.
It's funny
when he
because
drew it, you can see how much force is coming behind it.
Mm-hmm.
the look on his face as a fucking monster kick is coming his way. You're right, Dylan. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from this. This is a golden panel. The quality that you sent me left a little bit to
I'm
be
sorry,
lacked.
like, the other
thanks,
ones
Zed.
bad too.
Yeah.
You might want to DM them back, like, hey, this is the other one. You might want to try and get me
Hey,
better
yeah,
for that.
Zed, if you could just be
Sorry,
on.
Zed, thanks.
But yeah, the neck meat. Someone in chat.
Dylan,
Ghost
you don't have
Jam
to
said
explain
neck
nothing.
meat
You're the
is
talent.
wild.
You're the talent, Dylan. You don't have to explain anything.
You're supposed
Yeah.
to cater to me, damn it.
And yes, Dylan, you were using this moment to kind of make up for Sanji's shortcomings that you see as simpy, and I get it. I do.
Because I feel like that's like, I saw this before. I saw like, because this happened, and then now I'm seeing all the like, oh my god, he just stopped. She's not into you with the Nami shit he's doing. Like after this whole go down, like where he's swooning over Nami nonstop. It's like, all right, you had me going real strong, and now you're really.
I promise you guys, there's a reason he's some people's favorite characters, and you will see. So, yeah, any last words on this panel? All right. And then, Dylan, we're going to you again, which...
Oh,
shitty quality picture.
Ooh.
But we know it's shitty quality, but we
yeah,
can...
yeah.
It's a
This is a really good one. Yeah, this is a good one. This is yeah.
Yeah, if we can get a better one of that.
Yeah, let's get a good one of this.
If we could, Zed, if you can grab the whole page, the duality of Sanji, Zed said. Yeah, Dylan, go.
Specifically, the middle bottom panel. I just like the way, because to me, the cigarette being extinguished in her blood is not only like a visual of her life being snuffed out. It's a visual for the girl's innocence being destroyed, taken from them. And that that was just
beautifully put.
Really, really, really powerful panel. Like, I mean, you see the blood spray, you see her body go back, but the most powerful thing for me is just the cigarette going out, and what it actually like represents was like super, super, super powerful, and that's what hit me the hardest.
And you see it with both the girls' faces on each side of that middle panel, you know? Yeah. Yeah.
I thought Dylan was going to be like, if you could just zoom in on the top panel. Yeah, you see that gun? That's a flintlock.
Badass.
Look at that gun, my blicky.
Well, it actually looks like he's using percussion caps because I don't see a burning taper on there. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, again, another great use of darkness to highlight the light. Negative space, I guess, would be the term for it. But yeah, beautiful. Anyone else got anything else to add here?
Just a beautiful panel in the moment. Like you guys already
deep
said,
scene. This is a deep moment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very deep moment right here.
Oh, thought. We were talking about how you show sorrow. These are completely different faces of sorrow and grief than the previous.
Yeah.
Well, they're twisted. Like you see, their traits are twisted and they're hurting, and it's impressive to me how you can capture those emotions so well and so authentically in a manga.
In a cartoony style, yeah.
Yeah.
Nami even looks a little angry in that moment. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
because I feel like this is the moment where she realizes that, like, she can't help.
She can't help, exactly.
Yeah, she's totally like this is the moment where it goes back with Luffy, where she's like, she stabs her arm, she hurts herself because she can't do nothing anymore. She can't help. She can't even help herself in that moment. And right here, she can't do anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of despair in those expressions.
All right.
Very good panel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and this one's mine. I grabbed this one because what
these guy.
The one, literally the first one.
Yeah, One Piece doesn't happen without this panel. I think it's exceptionally well drawn. I think
really well drawn.
You got the nice detailed one at the top, and then he ain't got no eyes in the bottom right, and the crowd is screaming. You have no idea what this really means. And honestly, I would say even 100 chapters in, you're still not entirely sure what is going on. They use this panel, Kevin, please correct me. I know you know a little bit better than I, but they use this at least a lot of the anime openings.
Oh yeah.
Like
They
is
use
it,
For a long time.
is it all?
Yeah.
No, it's
but
like the first like 2 or 3, and
Yeah,
then
it's
they'll
a
do
while.
like the first like few they would do like different retellings of his phrase and stuff like that. But you definitely see this shot sprinkled throughout the manga and anime multiple times for a good reason, you know? Like Mike said, it kind of starts everything in that way.
Very important reason right here.
Yeah.
Very important.
This is where One Piece begins. And
Yeah, Zed said it perfect right here. I think early arcs of OP in the anime, I think majority of them begin with Roger telling the story.
Yes.
His story. So
oh yeah. But that's really all I had to say. I mean, I think it's quite simple. It's straightforward. It's not deep. I mean, it is, but you get more. But you know, as it stands, it's good, and it is the beginning of One Piece. Anything else to add?
I would like to say something. And it's about that last line in this panel. The world is about to witness a great era of piracy. Again, it's such a strong and powerful beginning to this story. And then when you think about like this was 20 years or like 20 or so years prior to the beginning of our story, like again, in so many ways, this moment inspires One Piece. It inspires so many pirates, so many different people throughout the world. And everything moves because of this moment. This panel, this moment here is so important.
Yeah. All right. We'll move on. And this is Jordan. Jordan, I know you sent 3, and I grabbed this one. I thought it was exciting. And
That's clean, actually.
Oh, that's very clean. That's very
very tough. That's a really good like hardcore tattoo.
Yeah, that'd be a good tattoo. I was about to say,
I have to think about that one.
It's a great.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome.
People know what you're about.
It'd be nice to see the tattoo of him like biting down on the straw hat right there, breaking it like that.
But yeah, I mean, like the art itself is awesome. It just shows how menacing Arlong can be because he's just took a cannonball to the mouth and crushed it. Like it really. I feel like this shot right here really sets up like the whole fight that's about to go down with between him and Luffy. I mean, that's just menacing as hell. That's really what else needs to be said.
It defines Arlong. Like this is Arlong.
His teeth are not to be fucked with.
Yeah,
You know?
He is not to be fucked with.
Yeah.
He ain't afraid to crunch some fucking metal.
I mean, imagine if you're some villager on an island and this guy just bites a cannonball in half. Like, what do you do then? You give him your money, you know?
Yeah, I'd give in.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
I'd move. Like,
You hope some boy with rubber powers come soon.
Hopefully.
I think
If only I could have a stretchy kid save me.
That's just the thought of somebody chomping down something metal and like, it just makes my skin crawl.
And, like it's coming at you at like a high velocity too.
Yeah. That's just like,
He stops it with his tongue. If you didn't know that.
that's hot.
For the lady.
Yeah. Oh gosh. But also, so I think someone's referring to your Discord mod comment from a couple episodes back, Dylan. Maybe not. Maybe Zed. Correct me if I'm mistaken. But how Arlong's just like a Discord mod. Zed said he needs a fedora.
Yeah. Well, it's like the bucket hat works for it too. It's like you're running around calling people kitten. You're wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a fucking bucket hat. It's like, all right, yeah, you're probably smell like beans
Or Cheetos.
Yeah, perpetual Cheeto dust everywhere.
Yeah, I like the use of lines. It just pervades energy here.
It's the shading. Whenever he just brings the shading out,
It's like he's literally chomping on the word chomp right there. That's what it feels like. Like he's taking the letter out of it. Yeah, it's like he's taking
put
the
an
letter
extra
out of
H
it.
in there. That's not how you spell it.
Wrong.
Not only is Arlong a Nazi, he's a grammar Nazi.
Oh God.
I mean, you're not wrong.
All right. Anything else we want to add here? moving on. All right. So I think this one was Kevin. Yeah, I can tell it's Kevin by the home button and the.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I set myself up to be a king of the pirates, and if I die trying, then at least I tried. This, more than just the panel itself, it's kind of more just, again, what got me into One Piece when I first watched it / read it back in the day. This is from, like, right when he meets Kobe. He tells him he wants to be king of the pirates. Kobe's like, that's crazy. You know, there's so many powerful people out there. It's such a dangerous world. And just nonchalantly, Luffy's like, I don't care. I'm going to try. And from that point on, that was just, again, second chapter, I was just like, I'm in. I'm hooked, you know, like, I want to watch this guy try. And hopefully do it. And it's just simple as that. I think it's just a very good, simple representation of Luffy's character in that way.
Yeah. It's very Luffy. Like, I feel like it encapsulates who he is as a character.
Yeah. He's not stressing.
Took the words out of my mouth.
He's just like, exactly.
It's a very simple panel. I don't think it shows like
Very
the art,
simple panel.
but it definitely is one that encapsulates like an entire character in
Exactly.
their essence. So yeah, I gotcha. Anyone else want to add anything here? Right. So this one is. I have to look at Discord. I want to say
That's
V.
me.
Yes, thank you,
Yeah. Well, so just that whole volume wrecked me. But I feel like there's something absolutely beautiful about this panel in particular because there's joy in her face. And she is being confronted by the fact that she is going to die. Like, there is no alternative for her. She is faced with the worst fate, and yet you can see that there is so much love and so much joy in her face thinking about her daughters. And the way that she's drawn is just beautiful. Like, that is Belmar in a nutshell. And I remember seeing that panel when I read it and just starting to sob because it got me. It got me right in the feels. Yeah, her expression is beautiful and like I was saying, there's some conflicting emotions there because there's sadness in the face of her upcoming demise, but it is completely being overshadowed by the love that she has for Nami and Nojiko, and it's a super emotional panel. I mean, just what she says.
Yeah, the whole context is people like asking her to deny her children,
right,
which again may have been a more logical thing to do, just for their safety. Just
her saying that those two are my children, yeah. It's hard for me to see it without getting teary-eyed.
Yeah.
Because it's so visceral, it's so real. And I was saying that when we recorded the episode, like I can't really relate to the feeling of being a mother yet, but I can imagine the type of love that one must feel, and I feel like it's so perfectly captured in that panel.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. It's a sad one, though.
It emphasized by the artwork in it. Like, you could write this, but, the art
for sure
definitely makes it pop off. Anyone want to add anything here? I think Will's taking the bathroom.
Fuck those fake-ass villagers who wouldn't help her pay for to save her kids.
Come on. They were broke, too.
Why did you say you don't have them?
Hey, that's not their problem. That's her kids. That ain't their problem. They ain't no money.
They liked them.
I'm gonna have to pay them next month, so it kind of got
Look,
old. What I got.
Anyway, moving on to our last panel, which I think this is also
mine.
I think I put it in here because I liked it. I think that's everyone, but I just wanted to see this panel here because you haven't had a Zoro moment during our panels.
Well, so if I were to have picked a Zorro panel, it would have been from our latest episode, which is not in the East Blue, so I abstained. But I just feel like, well, first of all, just that whole scene where he is going to the shop and he picks out the sword. I really liked that general encounter, and just this, it's such a good Zorro moment. It's such a badass moment. It's like it's a really good display of his confidence, which is something I really appreciate from his character. Like, he's confident but not necessarily cocky, and I just love seeing him handle a sword. Like, I just think it's cool. There's not a whole lot of reason beyond that other than it's so very
cool.
typically Zorro, and it's cool. It just fits his character so well. And the way it's drawn, like the way the movement of the sword is being drawn, and then you see his arm outstretched with not a cut on it, it's so good.
I will admit it is a very Zolo moment, but I watched it, I was like, damn, that is like the best way to fuck a sword up.
Not these swords.
There and drop it on its edge.
Dylan, this guy carries 3 swords around. I'm gonna take his opinion on swords more than you. You walk around with swords daily, Dylan. He walks around with 3 of them. Okay,
is that the sword that
He keeps that shit honed.
Is that the sword that cut the barrel in fourths?
I believe it's the one that cut the stone mallet.
The stone mallet, right?
Because
so
he was like, "You're a problem." Because look how deep it went into the floor.
Yeah, you can trust that blade.
Well,
you can't. Is the thing. That's the whole thing.
It's like
that's
you swung the
Kotetsu,
sword,
right?
my guy.
Yes.
I think that's Kotetsu the Third. Yeah. Anyway, so I
Very
I
cool
had
panel,
to
though.
include a Zorro panel, and I was like, that's a good one.
That is a very good one.
I do want to point out, per the previous panel, Mick said denying the children was doomed to fail. They would have been caught, which it was a point I did bring up, and we kind of discussed a little bit. And yes, but
everyone knows the children, they yearn for the mines.
But maybe try anyway.
It wasn't worth trying, and I think that's kind of what the consensus that we came to when we recorded the episode is it wasn't worth the risk for Benmaya to try to pretend like those weren't her children, or like if they weren't there.
Because if they got caught, he might have killed the
exactly.
Kids. That's something she didn't do.
And she just wasn't willing to take that risk.
Also, Zed, again, another previous panel. She's thankful she's the only one dying today. I think referring to Dylan's panel when she's dead, or maybe it was when she was smiling and admitted to having the kids. But she
owning the children.
Well, I mean, you can't do anything without parents' approval. You can't even go on a field trip without your parents signing off. Anyway, but yeah, those are the panels. Any last words on any of these? Great selections, guys. I'm gonna move myself back to the front here. Hello, I'm back. Hello, hi. Yeah, so
You're not back. We're back.
We're back.
There he is.
But
sorry, there's a delay. Sorry.
There's a delay, Dylan. Yeah. Welcome to Twitch. Yeah, we will get to our tier list in just a moment. I want to.
Dylan, I didn't like his tone with that way he said that to you. I didn't like it at all. I'm sorry. I know you're on your agenda here, but I didn't like that.
It's okay. You can not like things, and you can live a happy and long life.
I don't like how he referred to you. That's
not there. He's coming at us.
Sorry, I got a cat here trying to climb up my leg. All great submissions, and I just want to thank you guys for sending them in. I do want to give the audience just a heads up if they weren't aware. There are some prizes if you submit a tier list. I only have one audience tier list, which, again, that's fine. If I have to open those One Piece cards myself, I'll do it. God bless it, I'll do it.
God forbid that has to happen. That'd be
God forbid.
Oh Lord, Michael gets to open some cards here.
And yeah, if we don't get any winners for the raffle, they'll pop figures will go to our contributors here. I think we have a couple people possibly interested in them, but until there are submissions, they are not eligible for prizes. Or until, I don't know if I said that right. Either way. Yeah, if you submit it, you enter yourself in for a chance to win your choice of one of 7 prizes. May have overpriced here. I hope we get some submissions. I'd love to give some stuff away. Free stuff. There is a chance for I think it's $800, $900 now card in one of the packs. So, you know. But yeah, let's get to some tier lists. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Tier.
I think someone said no, and I want to say it was Jordan, but...
I said let's go, but
oh, no.
being contrarian, nah.
Nah.
Pass.
It's actually, I'm going to dip out. You guys have fun finishing this.
Yeah. It's getting late, guys.
The moment we've all been waiting for. All right, so...
Michael, you can't say the OP set, what it is, what cards are they?
I can say Zorro. Zorro's the chase card from the set.
Okay, someone was asking in chat. I was gonna type the name in there.
Oh, yeah, there's like a $900... It might be $1,000, but I think it's gone down a little bit. $900 Zorro card.
And
It would be Zorro.
Dylan and V, y'all are not looking at chat, right?
No, I'm not looking at chat.
Dylan probably
Every
is.
now and then. I look at it every now and then. I close it in between. Because we're like, oh, someone said this. I like to go look at it. I'm like, yeah, they did say that.
It's hard for me as someone that does stream to not look at chat.
Well, that's my issue. Is I kind of want to be able to like interact and react to it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. I'm trying to bring chat. Listen, I think you're fine, but there was at least one reference that...
Yeah, I would stay. I would
Wasn't that a
not.
reference you made, sir?
It was me.
I would not
Yeah.
even go near
You're
it.
the problem.
Please don't call me out right now in front of the whole world.
On my show?
On my...
That's it. The podcast is canceled. Fuck you guys.
All right. So, feel free to talk shit, but be sensitive to other people's opinions. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start off. Let me share.
This is yours?
Yeah. Oh, Kevin's so ready. You guys can go in on me.
Well, let's say if you wanted to, you can start off with mine.
I'm already got this here.
Let's do Michael's.
All
Okay.
right. So,
Oh, interesting.
Nami
Really?
is
Very, very interesting.
I didn't put any who's because I made the list. Also, I'm a One Piece expert, if I may. And yeah, there's just a couple key points I want to point out here. Nami is one of my favorite characters, period. And I'm going to move myself to the back again because for whatever reason, it just does not like going with everyone else. So, Nami, absolute best straw hat besides Luffy, if you ask me. One of my favorite characters in all of One Piece. Luffy, the GOAT, and Arlong, I think, is hands down the best villain in this arc. One key person I left out that I'm just now noticing is Mihawk. I would ask that you guys just speak where you would put Mihawk, and I would definitely put him in the A tier. He's cool. He's awesome. I got Smoker and Tashigi in A because I love them. I think Smoker is so cool, and I think Tashigi makes a really good, like, right-hand girl. And then you got the rest of the Straw Hats. You got Usopp, Sanji, and Zoro. I couldn't pick between them. I think Usopp, especially having reread the East Blue, just really, he has a lot to offer. Yeah, he's silly. Yeah, he's kind of a dork, and maybe he's a coward too. But I think his moment when he fights Chew was one of the top moments of, like, I could have picked one of those panels and submitted that as my panel. Good stuff. Loved Buggy, put him in B. As far as the old wise villagers go, Ginzo was top tier. And then I kind of hated the Meowbin brothers. I got, what's his name in F, And then the other guy in D, Kuina, kind of sucked. The Mountain Bandit, whose name I can't remember, boo. Full body,
Boy.
easily the worst Marine we've seen with a name. And then, of course,
Got punked on by Sanji too.
Karubi. Just lame. Lame Arlong member. I feel like he didn't have anything going for him besides being kind of good at karate.
Cinematically kicked.
Yeah. Any criticisms here? I'm sure Kevin's chomping at the bit.
Oh no, I don't have any thoughts.
Okay. This is what I got. Any call outs here? Doesn't have to be
I
negative.
feel like you
How
you
is
did,
Kaya C tier?
What did she do? She was
Well,
sick.
She
Kaya's pretty
literally
good.
gives them. She gives them the effing boat. That is
Oh, hold
S
on, hold on.
tier.
Yeah, that's why she's
gives
not
them
D.
the-
That's why she's not D.
Hold on, wait, pause.
What? The boat is
Wait, pause.
needed.
Pause. Kaya did not give him the shit.
No,
Mary over
did.
here in
Yeah.
D tier gave him the
Yeah,
shit. Why is he in
Mary
D
gave
tier?
the shit.
Mary's the goat in that one. Why is he in D tier?
Yeah.
I will say I think you did Shushu and Momu a little bit dirty putting them at C tier, but that's okay.
They're okay. Listen, I could have
They're-
put Choo
they're
Choo
not
lower, but I
bad.
knew I would get fucking dagger.
Hilarious dogs.
Bro,
I just don't
Pretty
get
much
how the
C
people
tier-
that give them the boat and also Gamma, whatever is that?
Gaimon?
Is that there?
Gaimon.
See?
He's funny little guy in a box.
He reminds me of you, Dylan.
I'm not sure how to take that.
That's hilarious.
Accurate.
I can see it.
Okay, no, I'm really not sure how to take it.
It's the little white boy fro you got going on when your hair grows out, partially.
The beard also.
Also, I do want to point out
Perpetually trapped inside of a box.
Kuro is a solid C. Sorry, V.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
can
think
see that.
I
I would
right on.
C
Can't
tier
remember
just
where I
because you
put
put the
him.
dog in it. C tier for you is like things I would kick.
Also, I thought Django was cooler than Kuro. Just putting that out there as well.
Oh.
And
Yeah, it was a funner character for sure.
yeah. All right.
Hey Raid. Hey Raid.
Who's raiding us?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the sweetest little
Oh,
captain
damn,
I've ever seen.
Lyra.
Lyra.
Thank you.
Thanks for the
Thank
raid,
you.
man.
Welcome on in.
We are talking about our tier list of East Blue One Piece characters, and we each have a little thing to submit here. If anyone is familiar, and you can get it done before the end of this, if you submit a tier list to me, you can DM me on Twitch, on Instagram, anything like that. Also, I saw what you said, Mick, and I will get your list. That puts you in the running for prizes, my guy. Thanks for submitting. We have some prizes to give out. Why is Hot Red Man in B tier?
that's fair.
Because we don't know nothing about him.
B tier is fair.
Yeah.
How about
You-
Shanks?
Shanks?
Yes.
I like Shanks.
Shanks.
Lyra
I will
is
say
talking about Shanks.
Tashigi over Shanks is a little crazy.
I know more about Tashigi. I feel like I know her better. By the
Do
end
we
of
really
these
at this point though?
Yeah, you have to.
At this
you have to
point,
remember
My
that
test
you're
of her
in-
character is make her walk
We're
down
talking about
flight.
just East Blue.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael, I put the link in the chat.
I appreciate
there for
that. Yeah, I
people to
saw
fill
that.
the tiebreaker there. Just want to
Tier
put that in
list?
there. So yeah, the tier list. So if anybody wants to put the make the tier for the prizes.
If you send it to Lyra, I'm sure she can get it to me if you don't have any of my contact info. We have some One Piece trading card game prizes to give out and some pop figures. Again, One Piece related. But yeah, that is my tier list. We are going to move on to Dylan. Dylan, get ready to defend your tier list. And he has
And I
Chew
was-
and
The
S.
Notice
The-
that like through that. I
The
threw it
blatant
quick.
disrespect on the people that give them the boat just makes me upset.
I will explain who is for who there are an instance of two is like wait who actually is that, but for the most part who is like why the fuck should I care about you?
That's fair.
Bruh.
That's harsh.
This
some
dude-
of them are harsh.
Oh, I'm disrespect. Oh, I got stabbed. Oh, yeah. Here's a boat. It's like, all right, you should have been dead. That was my first cop out death, and I was really upset about it because like the gravity of it
Mary?
was like, oh shit,
Mary.
Yeah, it's like he's fucking dead. He's like, Oh no, I'm good.
Like,
You guys want a
isn't
boat? It's like, all right.
the ship is literally named after him, right? It's not the
Yeah.
main
He
boat?
designed. He designed it.
Yes.
See?
You got the Mary guy in who? Oh,
Yeah. Sorry, I mean, I was the cop out death was a lot of what.
He's got Lucky Ruin Who too.
Lucky Ruin.
Lucky Roo. I can't. I saw that and I just skipped over it because I can't write down.
Which one's
I
Lucky
can't.
Roo?
The guy eating the
With
meat.
the meat.
Yeah.
His only say he could be a little higher just because he shot that dude in the fucking face, and that was pretty brutal.
Dude,
So that
you
might been
have
misplaced, but he was. Nah.
you
At
have
least
the
give him a
mayor-
D.
You have the mayor from Buggies, Arc and A, and then Lucky Roo.
Oh, dude, because the mayor from Buggy's Town, like, it was great to see how much he cared for his town. The fact that he's like, he went through the destruction of town, went and built a new one, and this time he's like, no, I'm not going to roll over. I'm going to fight for what I love.
Dude, you got him over Sanji. Oh,
Over Nami. Got him over Nami.
Sorry, I mean, it is what it is.
And Kura.
it is what it is. Yeah, you like what you like.
But yeah, I mean, Arlong S tier just because best villains and Gin because Gin carried that.
I thought about putting Gin in S.
For Don, if it wasn't for Gin, Don Krieg, I would just be like, oh my god, can we just end this?
Yeah.
Because Don Krieg was really starting to feel like the Bounce series in Bleach for a minute. It's like, okay, god, when are we just gonna finish this?
Is that the vampire one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like bullshit filler. They're like, oh well, we're caught up. What do we do? I don't know. Just make some shit up.
Can I point out something here? Dylan loved Momu, but hated the first Neptunian. The first Neptunian was an F tier.
Yeah, because Momu's adorable.
Yeah, the first Neptune's ugly.
Yeah, but
He
he
took Shank's arm. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a mean
I got
guy.
pumped like a bitch.
Arlong's pretty mean.
I'm just sitting here staring at this.
Put your questions you put your questions out there. I'll defend it.
Mick said Makino all the way at the bottom. That's sad, but East Blue, I get it. That's all we.
Makina, is
Okay.
that the barmaid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
The reason I put it in there, I was like, I'm not really 100% sure I know who that is. There's been
Oh.
a couple characters that kinda
No, that's
stick out
fair. Fair. She doesn't do
Dylan.
much.
Dylan, do you hate Usopp?
there. I mean, I'm starting to warm up to him, but I started off not fucking like I like hated his fucking guts to start off because I have known that guy, the one who's just like it's just like compulsively lies and it's just absolutely full of shit.
Mm.
Like,
Okay.
for example, it's like, yeah, there was a drive-by and I ran out and threw a brick at their car. It's like, no, the fuck you didn't.
Usopp would say
Why
that.
do you think something believable, please?
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
So that for me, I was just like, oh my god, this punk ass. Like, somebody just put him in a locker. That's where he belongs.
I just
I think
Lucky Roo down there in Who, with what he does in like the first chapter.
I mean, he just for me, Ben Hornigold made way more like
He just makes up names for Ben. I think that's the fourth different name you've given him.
I think Hornigold is actually the name of a historical pirate, and that's the reason it keeps popping into my head.
That's fair.
But no,
Maybe.
he's badass. The fact that he's like, don't worry, I'll handle all the mountain bandits, and like starts the fight by putting a cigarette out in somebody's fucking eye. That's
Not the
hardcore
guy.
shit.
Not the guy that point blank someone in the head.
Yeah.
I mean, okay,
Not
he
the
shot-
guy who. Not the guy.
As a gun guy, shooting a person isn't like, but like having the balls to put somebody's fucking eye out with a cigarette when they're swinging a sword at you.
I get that.
Gun
That's
guy.
fair.
All right, gun guy Dylan.
You also over Luffy. Does it matter what order they are in there?
No,
No.
that's just the tier they belong in.
Okay,
Order, like I was doing it on my phone, so the order was fucked.
Gotcha. Okay.
The fact that Kobe's above Luffy also.
That's
Also crazy.
That irks me so much.
Oh, that's so
No.
bad.
Kobe, dude, all right. I understand where you're coming from, but you got to understand like his growth from just being like spineless and not willing to fucking like just trying to stay safe and not really trying to like do. And then meeting a person is like, no, I'm going after my dreams. Fuck the consequences. And the fact that he was just like eventually Alvida confronts him. It's like, all right, well, who's the most fair in the ocean? He's like, you're an ugly fat bitch. Fuck you.
I am
yes, let's go.
I am already ready to see Dylan's next tier list. I am already ready to see it.
We'll get
That's a
there.
good thing. Yeah, for sure.
I've got to have it more than it's spoilers of the next chapter.
Hey, Dylan.
Yes.
I will say I get what you're saying about Kobe growing up, but he did grow up because of Luffy.
Luffy is the reason.
Yeah.
Luffy's the reason he is like.
And the
I'm gonna go after my
reason
dream.
is you.
Luffy's also like it's like he's the main
Kobe's not a bad character.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Zolo was originally thinking of putting lower, but it wasn't from this. Unfortunately, I kind of cheated a little bit because it wasn't from this saga where I got to see it.
That's cheating.
I
cheating.
wasn't thinking it at the time, but somebody brought it up earlier, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's right. I didn't see that till then." So he should probably.
I don't even read One Piece, and I know better.
But
Lyra said that.
Yeah,
Johnny, and not Johnny, great.
Solid B tiers.
hmm I love that Nami.
They're better than Usopp, if I may say
I can't
so.
even see Nami
I'm
and be.
surprised you guys aren't getting mad at me putting Sword Shop Guy over some of these people.
Where is Sword Shop Guy?
He's right next to Gaiman and
See,
Oh, yeah, he's above Usopp, of course.
I feel like
that
the
hurts.
interaction with him, just like you learn so much of like.
Listen, Dylan put his heart and soul in this, okay? So
Yeah, it was
Dude,
the
yeah.
of the episode, and I was fucking about
you
it.
can't fault the
God
guy for
damn
being
it.
honest to his heart.
Exactly. Dylan put Usopp's crew over Usopp.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was just looking at.
I
Because
mean,
Usopp gets faced with like getting killed, and his knees are clacking and everything. These kids say, "No, fuck that shit. Run them pockets and start beating the shit out of the dude." Like, damn, those kids are hard as shit. Because I think I like referred to them as like Peaky Blinder-esque kids. Where it's like, oh, we're gonna kill that girl. It's like, you can go ahead, try. I'll fucking wet you. And it's just like, oh, there's just something about it. It's just like old English, like paper boy with an attitude kind of deal. And I love
The
them.
last thing I'll say, listening to your podcast, when you guys got to Baratier, I am a Creed guy. And I know you guys hate Creed. And Creed's in F and Geed's in S. Oh.
No, I disagree with maybe the exact placement, but
I think it's fine.
Gin
fine.
is heads and shoulders above Krieg.
Gin is what made it feel less like just filler.
Okay,
'Cause that's where
fair.
like a lot of the depth came. I will admit, when Dunn Krieg actually started fighting and all the components of his armor, that shit was really cool. But all of his character stuff to me was just really fucking bland. He was like, "Oh, I have a fleet of like 50 ships, dude. I'm so good." It's like, you have numbers. That don't mean shit.
I do want to. I put it in chat, but Mick, I did not get your submission here, my guy. You can send it to me on Discord or anything. We got a couple more to go through, so you have time. But
Smoker's cool as shit too.
he is cool as shit.
Yeah.
Definitely got like Sid Final Fantasy vibe.
Yeah, when you pointed out that he uses
Over
his smoke
Luffy.
to create a fucking engine, that was
Yeah, 'cause
cool.
there's turbines that power the wheels, and he's just
It would be easy if you were made out of smoke to fucking run that shit.
yeah. And the dog, of course, S tier.
Right.
The dog stood down a lion to defend his master's shop, dude. That's what I'm about.
Dylan's a big time dog
I
man.
guess so.
Dylan, do you know what Luffy
Wonderful.
did in this chapter? You know what Luffy did in this arc?
Probably kick the dog.
All right.
He might have.
okay, before we move on to mine, I just want to put two things out there. The first thing is the people who are in the Who line, for me, it's not a diss. It's actually people I legitimately did not remember. Okay.
I figured. Yeah. That's
All
All
it.
the other
for me.
ones I've organized.
And
And I
then-
will also say that since starting Baroque Works, Smoker has gone up in his tier. That's all I'll say.
All right. You guys might also have something to say about Luffy's placement here, but do we have anything else about Dylan's before I move on?
Negative.
All done.
Get it off my screen.
Yeah.
Please!
All right. Hold on. You guys, the outrage is not yet complete. Luffy's in B tier here. V, I'm gonna let you go ahead. Hold on, let V talk. Let her cook.
Michael had to state it like that. All right, guys. First off, Luffy's a B tier. Discuss.
I mean, I have my reasons.
I know
feel
you
like,
do.
There's a lot of good in Luffy, but I have a lot of criticisms for Luffy. I think, and that's part of what makes him him, but his lack of forethought, I cannot, as someone who has too much forethought and a lot of anxiety, I have trouble relating to Luffy. And that doesn't mean that I think he's a bad character. To me, B tier is perfectly acceptable. But I have trouble putting myself in his shoes, and I think that makes it hard for me to put him shut up. And that makes it hard for me to put him at a higher tier for now.
That's a very valid answer.
I think that's totally
How is it backed? Am I looking at this right? Is Usopp's crew hired in Usopp again?
Yes.
I don't think I think how far is a better question, but I get it. They're definitely braver than he is, at least at first.
I think similarly to Dylan, I'm still getting over how much of a liar Usopp is, and
these were some brave kids.
Yes, there's some very brave kids, and that's not to say that Usopp isn't brave in his own way, but I feel like Usopp still has a lot of growing up to do, and I'm looking forward to seeing where he goes. But yeah, I stand by that.
Stick to your guns, hell yeah.
No, for sure. Honestly, I don't see any issue with this list. I feel like everybody's placed very fair to where we're at in the story right now.
And I will say Smoker, I think now would be either a C or a B tier. Like a low B tier, if I had to be extra precise, is where I would put Smoker now.
Fair.
Where would you place Mihawk and also Dylan? We didn't.
Oh yeah.
Mihawk. I think Mihawk would be a B for me,
Probably
because I know
in the
there's
same
still
boat.
there's a lot. Like, I cannot wait to see more of Mihawk, and I know that he will come back, and I'm looking forward to finding out more about, like, the Seven Lords of the Sea or whatever they're called.
Exactly, yeah.
But we only just got a taste, right? So I can't really say that I got a good kind of handle or impression on that character, but I did like him quite a bit.
Yeah, and that's kind of how, like, a lot of my tier list was based on what information to the world did I get through you?
Right. That's fair.
And I will say I took the tier very seriously, and that to me S is above and beyond, and like it's gooder than good, right? So someone being an A or B tier is not a bad thing. Like, there's still to me commendable characters, but yeah.
You still had Arlong as the top villain. I think we're all consistent with that.
Yeah, so to me,
great.
Arlong and Kuro were on the same wavelength in terms of how impactful they were. I think for different reasons, obviously. Like I said, for me, Kuro was the first quote-unquote real villain, and Arlong just has so much impact on the story as a whole, especially for Nami. But yeah.
If I may, this is not criticism. This is kudos to you. I love where you place Nami. I love that she's at least your second favorite Straw Hat so far, because she is my number one.
She is. And I debated putting her at S tier, but I feel like I said, S tier for me is very special.
Right.
So she has earned her place as an A tier. And that's, like I said, not a bad thing at all.
What I'm surprised with yours is that you put Octopus Guy.
I was going to say the same thing, Dylan.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You were so like viscerally like not about his look. Like you immediately saw him, you're like, ew.
No, his look. I hated his look, but I liked him as a character. I liked him as a lackey. I feel like he had a lot of substance for a lackey.
He did.
He was vibing.
He is a fun lackey.
Though. Yeah.
Like any.
He helped Zoro.
I enjoyed it, right? And he was, unbeknownst to himself, was very helpful.
He was possibly a good person underneath it all.
Yeah,
right.
if he was in a different crew, I think he would have been...
Exactly. If he hadn't been one of Arlong's pirates, he could have been a good guy. Like a really good guy. Yeah.
Also,
I could see Luffy asking him to be part of the crew if it wasn't for
Right?
circumstances.
Chew and A. Chew above so many of my favorite characters. I think we're just gonna. I just gotta accept that people love
Oh,
Chew.
Shushu? Yeah.
He's
Shushu,
the
yeah.
goodest boy. You just need
Yeah.
to get over that.
And
But not
Momo's
S tier,
right
like-
underneath had B tier. Yeah.
Anyone
People didn't like mine.
anyone got any comments?
Also, fuck Helmeppo in his face. I hate him.
No.
That's-
Oh, and his zebra.
What's more, Lucky Roo all the way down there.
She
like
didn't-
I told
she
you,
said-
me,
I know.
Is legitimately
Yeah.
people I did not remember.
Yo,
Yeah.
who the fuck's the waiter though?
I understand why you guys have Lucky.
He's not a waiter.
because obviously Shanks' crew is like so small in that one chapter for the most part.
And I will say,
And I feel like
F
Lucky
tier
Roo is
is
a
looking
deep
back at
fan
my
favorite.
F tier. It's like people whose face I don't like.
Ugly.
Like perfect.
Ugly.
Don't like his face.
Clearly.
Chew, don't like his face. Helmeppo, don't like his face. The Meow Band
the
brothers,
Malvin brothers, yeah.
don't like their faces.
Not at all.
Dylan, are you talking about the waiter in Who? The guy with the hanger for a head?
He's the guy
Oh,
sold Nami clothes.
Now it's clicking.
I don't know
Oh.
why I included him. Probably because he's a
I
One
thought
Piece
that was
card.
like a background waiter from the Bronte. I was like, where was he from?
The only reason I probably remember is because he has a One Piece trading card.
That's
Why?
funny.
Why?
Same art too, I think.
I think it's the exact same.
Yeah,
one.
it's the same art.
Also, last thing I'll say about my tier list, just special shout out to Genzo. I liked him a lot.
I liked
as,
him a lot too.
like an older man, and I was saying that in the episode that we covered him. Like he's like such a great example of what I view as like wholesome masculinity. If we want to get into that, like I don't know, he reminds me of my dad a lot. I'm gonna stop at that, but he does remind me of my dad, and I love him for it. That's it.
I think you defended your choices very well. I totally understand where you're coming from.
I think
When
it's a solid list.
When I first saw it, I was like, Luffy and B, blah, 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 blah. But if you don't relate to him, you don't relate to him. Can't take that from you.
The issue isn't Luffy and B. It's more about like, well,
I
first
feel
of all,
like what he
it's-
brings to
it's
it.
fine. It's all about like who's around it, which is a good list. You know, everybody else in B, Akame and Luffy's fair. You know what I mean?
V does not do anything without specific intention. I will put that out
Right.
there.
It took
She's
me, I
deliberate.
took
It's
a
a solid
while
list.
to make my list. Like I thought
It takes
about it.
time.
Whereas Dylan was probably reacting on the cuff. Sorry, Dylan. Sorry to call you out.
No, Dylan had a good
exactly
list
how I
too. It
did
was just a little funny.
Yeah, I caught
You
some
like what you
heat
like.
over that. I looked at the chat for everyone. I was like, man, your tier list kind of sucks. I was like, all right,
Even Lyra piped in like, "You dumb bitch."
damn, I don't,
You
I don't even read it. And you're stupid as fuck.
Side eye.
What is a piece, and why is there only one of them? Also, you're wrong.
I appreciate you handling it with grace, Dylan.
I'm all Grace. My middle name's Grace.
Dylan Grace. All right.
It's not. It's not.
Any last words here? And we'll move on to Jordan.
I'm good. Thanks for humoring me and for not ripping me to shreds with my choices.
All right. Jordan, do you have anything you want to comment on? I'm kind of looking it over now, just seeing if there's anything I can call out.
I mean, I kind of struggled on whether to have all of the Straw Hats like in S or A, and felt bad just having like two of them up there and not all of them.
right.
So, but, and I know I have the hanger guy like really high up, but I'm a sucker for the like those weird just background characters. That
Yeah. A tier for hanger. Oh my
yeah,
god.
all you have to do is look at them and you just get their entire vibe. It's perfect. So, you know. And
So
Arlong amazing. Choo Choo. I know Michael hates him, but you know.
I don't hate him.
Sounds like you hate him. Sounds like
Yeah,
Michael
you're
hates
getting
dogs,
real
everyone.
emotional there.
I like this list. Honestly,
Every time.
I like this list.
That's good. That's a good
I'm
list.
surprised at how few people there are in D and F. Like, you
Well,
really enjoy most of them.
Yeah, the two guys in F, they're terrible.
Yeah, just
they're
lazy,
basically they're kind of the same sort of character, and they're just I'm not crazy about them.
That mouse guy can suck my ass, honestly.
Yeah,
Sleazy Pumps.
Morgan, he sucks.
Yeah.
And like I have Yasop so far down just because he's a deadbeat dad.
I do want to.
And the fact that his son worships him as much as he does just makes him really sad.
Yeah, he like the fact that like Usopp's whole lion thing started because he was trying to cheer up his mom because his dad was gone. You know, he can sit there towards the bottom for now.
But a solid C, not terrible, not a terrible deadbeat dad, just a bad.
just there are worse dads on this list. That's why Morgan's below.
Morgan for sure.
God, that line that he had, it's like, you've never hit me before.
You've never hit me, Dad.
Because I don't love you.
Dylan, that tickled me. You never hit me, Dad. It's just like flipping the fucking script. But also, I did want to point out, where is he? That my boy got Lucky Roo up near the top, and Ben Beckman.
As they should be, I think.
Badass. Like they're
so
briefly,
badass.
but they make an impact.
I think so.
I think Lucky Roo the breed.
His first scene when that scene when he shoots the gun in the manga, that scene sticks out with me more than anything. Almost like that's
it was Shank's line before that. Because even though he was the one who shot the guy, it was Shank's setup for it is what really stuck with me. It's like, okay, yeah, Lucky Roo shot the guy, but like Shanks is just like, yeah, no, like I got the homies on me. You fucked up.
I also appreciate the Buggy love, Jordan. As a
great.
As a Buggy stan,
Buggy's great.
He was mostly good.
Like
interesting villain.
He was like the first villain, really.
Yeah, and like when he was like the main like villain, he was pretty good. But I really liked his
like in Logtown.
Yeah, or his whole arc and all the like prologue panels.
To the point where he finds it's like, oh, that shit's all real. That all actually happens.
Yeah, him wandering around with just feet and arms.
He was the first character Oda's like, I'm not done with this bitch.
There's way more to him.
I like that too. Yeah, I feel like I liked him more in those like introductory images than I did when he actually had his moment in the spotlight at the beginning of this adventure. Like he's grown on me for sure.
And I feel like Buggy and Arlong are the only villains in the East Blue for me personally that aren't outshone by someone else on their crew. Because like I find Django way more interesting than Kuro, and Gin way more interesting than Krieg.
I didn't even notice Gin and S. Kudos to you, my friend. Clap, clap, clap.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Gin's the only
Gin
person
was
really
A tier
talked
for
about
me. Yeah, he's
in the Don Krieg. Gross.
Gin's a killer.
Great.
Yeah, just all that heart and stuff that he brings to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the first person that's been nice to me. It's just great.
All right. Any last words on Jordan's list? It's a good list. Yeah. Kevin, you got some splaining to do.
Okay, I want to say before we get into it, I thought only of East Blue.
Sure. That we all did.
I just want to say this is only
special.
East Blue. This list right here is perfect. This list right here is perfect. This list right here is perfect. Okay, first
Lucky Roo and S tier.
No, where? Okay.
Lucky Roo and S tier first.
Kobe
off.
though.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Kobe,
Kobe deserves lower.
Bro,
Come on, he got
Kobe,
us
get
He started
out of
standing
here.
up for himself.
He's in love to Kobe.
What do you?
Only after getting
Meppo
punched in
is
the face.
Higher up than Kobe. No.
Hell, Meppo is high. He's right above him.
Hold on. Okay, wait, pause. Can we not say Helmeppo has had better character development than Kobe?
Barely.
No.
If even.
At least that the same amount.
He went from being a spoiled rich kid under his dad, being like an oppressor, to being a cabin boy right along Kobe. That's a further jump.
Yeah, he got a spine too. I think,
you know what I mean?
that.
Exactly.
Let's
give Kobe, or let's give Helmeppo some love just because he's ugly. You know, Just because he's ugly, it doesn't mean he's not a good character.
I'll give him a little bit of credit to that in that, like in the intro images chapter, he does go through some level of character development, but to me it's not rich enough to justify putting him above Kobe.
And my thing with him too is I don't think he joined the Navy. I think he was pressed into service. I don't think he had a choice. It's like, yo, you can go to jail or you can just be a cab. Like, your choice, dude. You want to be a short.
It took a lot of character development, guys.
I feel like out of literally everything else on this list, that is the thing that bothers me the most.
Well, hold on, because I got some more things here. First off, right next to Meppo, Chew. That dog, not that important. Down the list.
Bro, not at all. I agree.
My man.
I agree.
My man.
Dog not important.
Down the list.
I put that dog on dogs I don't care about list.
Dogs I don't care about, dog. I'm telling you.
So, like, underneath that, Michael doesn't say all dogs.
Peace and love to another correction from all you guys. Geen, C tier, bro.
If I may, per Doomfunk V,
no.
you're getting quieter and quieter.
Am I? I'm right
yeah,
here.
I don't know if you're lurking away from your mic, but anyway, go on.
If I were any closer, I would be kissing it.
Geen, C tier. He's okay. He's not a bad character in any way. He's fine. I know you guys love Geen. He's okay.
I don't know, man.
We're Geen fans. This is a Geen podcast.
Another member on his crew that is that goated. Pearl, guys. You guys sleep on Pearl
dude,
so
Pearl
bad.
No.
Guys.
Sucks. I'm sorry.
Pearl is, first off, he's the tank.
Wait, Kevin, did you hear what Dylan called Pearl?
What?
He called him dog shit.
Dog shit. Or as Michael says,
bro,
dong water.
Bro, he
Dog
is.
water.
First off, Pearl's the GOAT. Think about Pearl in this way. First off, he's wearing all giant, big ass pearls, guys. If that's not drip, I don't know what is. I don't know who has a better drip than him. Those are giant pearls. You know how much that probably costs? A lot. First off,
I want to see those claims they came from.
For real. Second off, this guy was stated to learn how to naturally catch himself on fire. Just at random. Who else can do that? Who else in the East Blue can do that, guys?
Hear me out. He's on a pirate ship. The one thing you don't want on a ship is a man who just sets on fire.
He wouldn't do that.
Terrible.
He wouldn't do that on their pirate ship. He's not stupid like that.
He's not that smart.
He got a.
He's not the smartest, but he's not that
on a
stupid.
temper tantrum. So he is like.
Bro.
Who's to say he doesn't get upset on the ship? I'm gonna burn this bitch down. I'm gonna burn this bitch down right now.
You know what? They said I couldn't have dessert because I'm getting a little too heavy. Fuck these people. I'm gonna watch them all burn.
Okay, think about he's the third strongest of a crew of 5,000, right? Think about that.
50,000.
Weaklings.
50,000 guys. What are we talking about here?
The rest are chumps.
Hey,
none of them are bringing anything to the table.
Yeah.
Bro, exactly. You know, Pearl's bringing these giant ass pearls. So, love Pearl. Pearl's right there. Johnny and Yosaku, right there next to Big Bro Zoro. I think that's very fair.
Yeah,
I love it.
We're great characters.
Yeah, love it. What else I got? Mary is in there. Because again, back to Mary, look at his horns. He is the GOAT. They literally would still be on Usopp's island without this guy.
I agree. But without them, he should be higher.
He randomly took the time out of his, probably months to build this ship. And he's like, you know what, you guys need a ship. Here you go. It's so crucial about Mary. Love him for that alone. Anything else I want to call about my list? I think everything else speaks.
Kevin, I respect the Choo Choo placement. I just want to say.
Thank you.
Biggest get.
With the Mary thing, I think the reason I put him as low as I did on mine is just the cop out death really, really took the wind out of my sails in that.
Here we go.
I'm kidding.
That's fine.
That kind of tainted my view. I do recognize this guy. Yeah, he did design their ship. I mean, there's a pirate story.
That wasn't his fault, though.
Also, I just noticed
my view on it though. It was just like
I just noticed that I also put the Usopp Pirates above Usopp. So yeah, again,
I was about to say,
characters.
Kevin.
Yeah, they're great characters.
Kids. They were good kids.
They were good kids.
I like it.
Shanks is B.
Patty's pretty high on everybody's list.
Yeah, we haven't
Patty's
really
awesome.
touched on Patty. He's
Patty
cool.
Great.
Yeah, Patty's cool.
He's
Patty's cool,
He's great comedic relief.
And I think that's pretty much it as far as like things to say. And then obviously my only who is the one guy I just did not know.
Hanger. His name is literally Hanger.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet it is.
Fruit, am I right?
I'm trying to think. Pointing out things. Would love to see Usopp higher. Would love to see Kobe higher. Again,
No.
I think you reasoned it well. I think you reasoned it well, but I disagree, and that's okay. I thought Nezumi was more interesting. I didn't think he was a good character. I hated him, but I thought that Oda, really intended that. I think he nailed the character.
Exactly. I hate him, but that was like what he wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, last thing, Tashigi. I don't know. Tashigi! Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I have always hated Tashigi as a character. And it's only in her introduction. I just don't like it. I don't like, if I remember correctly, her concept is she wants to get all these swords back from these pirates.
Why do you hate
It's
her?
not-
Is it because she's a woman?
No, it's because of her. It's because of her. Her goal. It's because of her goal. Her goal is she wants to get all the swords back from all these evil pirates. And I already met Zoro and Mihawk, and I know she's not getting those swords in that way.
Hell no. Hell no.
Exactly. So then, what
See
is
what
she doing
Miho
here?
did with a butter knife?
So what is she doing?
You don't know that. You don't know that. She might.
I've got my theories about her.
But
And Smoke was cool.
I like Tashigi. I thought she was interesting. I think V and
I wanna
I
see her in
touched on it
action.
quite well. That maybe she's there as some kind of feminist foil or something. I don't know what
Maybe.
he's trying to get
We
at
spoke about
with
it
her.
in the last episode where yeah.
Right.
He's
I-
really
I-
not
I-
making
I-
any statement.
It's kind of lazy.
But
I'm also not a Marine guy. If you guys see, the only Marine I got is Smoker, because Smoker was kind of the goat that way.
I was about to say, yeah,
Other than that, if you're a Marine- if you're a Marine, you're not good in my eyes.
Kevin says a cat.
A-Cab. A-Cam. Or
A Mac. A Mab.
A-Mab.
Yeah.
A-Mac.
All Marines are
All
bastards.
right, that's my list.
Does anyone want to throw any last minute comments in here?
There are a few surprises, but overall, I don't know. You know what? Never mind. I don't like
That's
it.
fair.
I mean, Kobe
I
and
tried.
Shugi
That's
love
fair.
as well.
Hey, I've been giving my opinions. That's fair. I'm a deep cut guy in that way.
He has probably been watching the series longest out of anyone here.
I like you,
but-
Kevin, just not your tier.
Oh, thank you. That's very fair.
Wow.
I'm very opinionated with my characters. Sorry, Kobe.
No, don't.
Kobe's there.
Dog.
You could, yeah.
What if he put Kobe in who?
Oh no! Can you
Who
imagine?
the fuck this?
Trust
I'll
me, I
tell
know
you what.
Kobe.
I'll tell you what. I was close.
Oh, stop.
Dude.
You're next, by the way. Any last words before we move on to Will?
Oh my god, Will's list I'm so ready for.
All right, let's let Will get the first words on here. V, I apologize for
Yeah,
being
of
the
course,
first one
of
to
course.
touch on your list. But
His list was good.
it was good, but I
pretty
was
solid,
the first person to make a comment, and it wasn't fair. But
All right. So I think go ahead and name off.
What do
Let's
you
go ahead.
mean, Johnny and not Johnny?
hell yeah, get him, V.
What do you mean? What do you
They
mean?
can
Johnny
stay down there.
Yosuku? No.
I could throw up.
And
You're
Patty.
wrong. You're
To
wrong.
be fair,
I'm
you
gonna
can't
put
even
And
remember
Patty?
his name most of the time.
What do you mean?
Oh, Patty's
Will?
wrong. That's
So this is a
disrespectful.
great way to just tell us all that you're a
No.
heartless bastard.
No, I have issues.
Mostly for Who there. The only one that I remember from Who actually was the dog. That's the only one that I
Boo,
remember
you-
from the
that's a
whole
lot.
thing.
Bruh.
No, I don't remember none of the
Foolish.
characters there.
I mean, the fact that I call
I
him
d- I
Johnny,
don't.
not Johnny, I kind of get where
That's
you're
crazy.
coming from a little bit.
I can't remember none of these people from a long time ago. I can't remember the Who's when I went back
You got
and
the-
was doing this list.
The Usopp Pirates and F? Bro, this list
Yes,
is
I got the
bullshit.
Usopp
Oh
Pirates
my
and
god.
F.
Now this is dong water.
Them little kids followed a liar. Them little kids followed a
They
liar
were children.
the whole time.
Kids.
They were like, yeah, that's
They
probably
got the-
true.
Yeah.
I
You
think
got
to
the hanger
finally
guy with the ranking.
I think to finally put Usopp above them is really good. I feel like Usopp has got a lot of hate. We have to remember that Usopp is fatherless, and also his mother died at a young age. in the story. So for him to be like an obituary liar to just want attention kind of breaks sense to it. You know, he never had attention as a kid, to want the attention of the village kind of made sense to me.
Mick Foley brings up a good point. Gaimon? Question
Oh
mark?
yeah, I'm a big fan of Gaimon. Gaimon
Yeah,
was just
Gaimon's
protecting
good.
his whole area for years. He got scared when he saw Luffy, and Luffy, being who Luffy was like, "Do you need help?" This guy's in a box. Luffy didn't ask him how he got there really or anything. He just wanted to help him, and he ended up helping him. And it's a character. It's a character that I remember from then a long
I'm
time.
not mad at Gaimon.
Yeah, Gaimon in S tier. He's an S tier character. He's also probably I hate to say this, out of every character on this list here, best design. Best design.
It's an interesting design. I'll give you that.
It is very interesting. I think if y'all see this here, my S and A, I do have majority of the main big bosses up there: Buggy, Arlong, Kuro.
I like that Buggy's an S. I respect
Buggy's introduction. Buggy's introduction where he's just sitting down on that throne.
That
It
panel
is
is
so
a great panel.
it is so hard. And the reason why Kaya's up there, because in my understanding of the story, I think Kaya's the one that gave him boats. That Mary designed the boat for Kaya, and then Kaya's the one who necessarily gave them the boat. So that's why I put Kaya in S tier. Because without her, Luffy and them would still be on a fucking little dingy boat. Without any of them two, they are so important to the story that I think is very heavily there. All of the red hair pirates, I try to put in B tier. Django in B tier. Ging is in B tier for me there. I think Ging's good in B right there. Enough to remember him there. Kobe in F, like I said, if I could put him on the stairs with what's her name, I would. Honestly.
What do you mean?
No, Kobe and Kuina should be right there on that.
Yeah. Kuina's backstory. Oh, I'm not even getting on it.
I'll get on it.
Long swordsman. Oh shit, stairs.
Yeah, stairs, and then Kobe.
Don't do Kobe.
This whole time, Kobe has been scared, and it took a pirate that he's with, that he sees all the time. He sees pirates all the time, but it took another pirate to inspire him. A random boy. Think about that for Kobe. He sees them all the time, and then all of a sudden, some random pirate does it. I get it. It's Luffy. I do. That's the reason why he's in S tier. Because without Luffy, he inspires all these people. Every one of these people, this whole story, he inspired already.
You gotta remember, Kobe was also like, he was essentially a slave.
Yeah. I don't mind that Kobe was like needed someone to save him, to rescue him. Kobe's just a bitch. Like,
He's a bitch. Yeah,
One
exactly.
difference.
He's a bitch in this.
Originally,
If I may.
his growth is what really
I disagree.
pushed him up my tier.
If I may, I will at least respect Will for putting Kobe with Helmeppo and not Helmeppo above.
Yeah, I put them both
Yes,
together.
okay,
I put them both together because
I'm
both
fair.
in my eyes, that early on in that
Weenies.
series, they're whiny babies to me.
they are weenies. That's a great
Compared,
way to put it.
Weenie Hut
it's
Jr.
like-
over here.
Yeah, Weenie
That's a
Hut
sweet-
Jr. That was the first thing of like, I got the navies. Like, that's the first time we kind of see the navies. Like, the navies are these little you see these little what are these weenies, scaredy cat guy navies guys, and then you finally get Smoker. The reason why I put Smoker in A tier is because finally you kind of get a big old buff navy
And
guy,
he's kind of a good guy.
Yeah, he's kind of you see this first
Also,
navy
he's
guy's
kinda
like,
hot.
oh, it's like, oh, this guy is something else. All the other ones you saw are little, Helmeppo. Who else is there? What's the
Full
guy from,
body.
Full body. There's the mouse guy that I put in B tier up there because his character is so memorable of how he springs the news on Nami that the Navy guy is telling Arlong's plan.
Yeah.
Like that right there
He
is
was
so
memorable.
memorable. Like that alone made his character so good to me. Also for Django to be not any higher, Django gave Luffy a power boost.
Not any higher.
Okay, Django made Luffy stronger. Just for that,
That was awesome. I forgot about
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
And to be honest, Django also mentions that power might not wear off. Also, so in my mind, there, I think like Django is the reason why Luffy is so strong. They got to hypnotize them in the first couple chapters. It's kind of like the Ash Ketchum theory, right? Like Django just hypnotized Luffy to think that he's in this whole story and everything. it's kind of how it is. But yeah, yeah, that's my tier list right there. True, the disrespect on the Fishman Pirates for what they caused the damage through East Blue and how terrified everybody was of them. I think they deserve to be higher through that there. All the villains in East Blue to me were top notch besides the Mountain Bandits. Yeah, so yeah.
Hey, fucking rocked it out.
Yeah.
Any last comments here?
Oh yeah, the fact that I saw Luffy and not S tier in everyone's thing just baffles me. But you know,
It is what it is, my man.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Character.
Yeah, but yeah, this is mostly it. Yeah.
Right on. Any last words from the gallery here? Anyone? All right, that will pretty much do it for our discussion. I am going to get into some fan submissions here. We have 2 of them, but before I do that, I do have to use the restroom, and I'm going to let things run. I'm not even going to change the screen to be right back. So I have to potty.
We just continue to shit on Will's.
Yeah, I'm going to leave Will's up. Have fun with it. I will be right back. Anyone who needs to go, we are essentially done. We're just doing some prizes.
Put Dylan's back up, please.
I closed it. I'll be right back.
I'm going to be right back, too.
Okay.
I still can't believe Johnny and Yosuke are in Who. I can't.
Johnny and Yosuke being Who's kind of crazy because again, they're so fun.
They're so
still don't get it.
good.
They didn't really do anything per se, so
They're moral support. They're the hype men.
Yeah, Johnny and Yosuke are definitely like the first 2 characters I miss, you know? Like, I'm like, oh, God, I wish they were back in that way. Or I hate to say goodbye to them. You know, I'm like, oh, no, you guys should come along.
I do understand what's being said about Kaya and Mary being kind of instrumental to the rest of the story. I feel like in that arc, to me, Kuro was especially memorable, but I get the importance that Kaya and Mary have, and Django was an interesting villain. I just feel like, aside from looking cool, he didn't do much, but
That's
he
fair.
was cool.
Yeah, he was cool. Exactly, Django was cool in that way.
Yeah,
I feel like he offered some good
Look, Django was
comedic relief.
awesome. Yes.
and he looks like Michael Jackson, and I think we can all kind of appreciate that.
Django.
My favorite thing, my favorite villain out of the East Blue, personally, actually is Kuro. Even though Arlong is probably a more fleshed out villain, Kuro is just this more
Kuro's
interesting.
So cold.
You know?
Like he's
so cold.
He's such a fucking psycho. You know what I mean? And I kind of
love that. He wears
his
blade fingers. It makes no sense, and he's like the glasses. I just love Kuro.
And I appreciated kind of his long con, like committing to
being someone
that
completely
goal.
Different.
Oh yeah, sure.
Like committing to taking on that role for Kaya, and then just having never lost sight of what his actual goal was, I think was very, very interesting for a villain.
Yeah,
it was different. It's not what I expected from a pirate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
get that.
Looking back at it too, I think it's very interesting to see his reasoning too. He's like, I want to do this to get out of the pirate life. He's like, I'm over it.
Right.
You know? And
not for me.
Before it's going, yeah, that's before we go into the Grand Line where things are supposed to get more challenging, more rougher. He's like, "Whew, I'm done." You know, I just want to kill this sick girl and call her dead.
I just want to kill this girl.
I want to kill this sick girl, get her money, get whatever she has.
She's already sick. I'm pretty sure I can take her.
Yeah. I just gotta wait a little bit longer. That's all you gotta say.
All right, I am back, and I'm gonna bring up some.
Just so you guys know, I'm gonna hop off in around 10 minutes because I have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna look. We have two fan submissions, and leave when you need to. We're just gonna go over these, and then they are automatically entered for a chance to win prizes. Mick, you're one of them. Do you want TCG or do you want what whatchamacallit, pop figures.
Funko Pops.
I'll take the
Okay.
whatchamacallit.
Hold on, Will.
That's a good
ECG,
one.
my man. Also, Mick, do you want me to open them on stream and send you the hits, or do you want everything that comes in it? Or do you want me to just send you the bulk? It's a double pack, so it's a little bulky to ship, but I will eat the cost. That's no problem. I don't mind that. It's small cost compared to your being here, sweetheart.
Oh.
Plenty of bulk, my man. Do you want me to open them on stream, though? Are you interested in me?
Pre-opening card.
Well, if you do,
Also, I have sleeves and hard top loaders, so I will make sure they are very well protected. I know it's
Dylan, please look
Yeah.
somewhere else.
I love how you bring up the cards and all the fiends
What?
start showing up in the chat.
Yeah.
Cards. We're opening cards.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm not gonna look at the unveiling of the cards. I'm gonna be out of here in a few minutes. I just
all right.
wanna-
Let me pull up, since Mick is here and the other person I do not believe is actually here for the unveiling. Let me copy this link and ma. Let's roast the fuck out of Mick real quick.
Yeah, let's get in there.
Although I've when it comes to top roast of the night, it might have been my tier list.
No, Dylan, please don't change ever.
Don't change.
Oh, I stand by it 100%.
No, yeah,
I
right.
appreciate,
Just like that's where it goes.
right off the bat, Pearl and the Meow Band brothers being F tier. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
He's an Uggo guy
tired.
too.
Oh, I am so tired of Pearl slander.
The Pearl guy, what's his name, wasn't that bad.
Pearl. That's his
The
name.
Pearl guy.
The Pearl guy.
I mean, ask yourself: is he that bad to be an F? No, of course. Not.
Yes.
Yeah.
The answer is
No.
We
You see
roasted
that guy
him.
with pink hair and A? That thing. needs to be
I
switched
like
on there.
Kobe.
listen. Kobe
The
was pretty
Shiggy's
high
an
up on
A.
my-
Okay,
Stop.
so Mick is clearly a straw hat
Mick.
stan.
There's nothing wrong with that. So am I. There is nothing wrong. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's a good character.
He said-
I'm
Makes
happy to
sense.
be Smoker and Shanks also up there.
Look at Shanks wearing
I-
Luffy's hat like he owns it.
Well, he used to.
How dare
The
he?
funny thing is,
Dylan, what?
it's Shank's hat. It's not Luffy's hat. It's Shank's.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's why it's so precious to him. 'cause
he says I like the straw hats and Shanks.
Michael, is it
And,
still too late
Smoker.
to submit a list?
You're not getting
Someone's asking.
prizes.
Someone's
Oh,
asking,
wait, who?
not me.
Oh.
Yeah. Someone else is asking in the chat.
Cygnus.
Make it quick, sweetheart. You got until I finish the next two lists.
I don't want none of your
Come on,
prizes,
Cygnus.
man. I don't want none of them.
Honestly, Cygnus, you don't know any of these characters.
Which would
He
make
just
it-
wants
He
the
heard
TCG.
card. He heard card. You can't blame
He's
him.
a little
you can't blame
TCG
him.
whore.
Yeah, like I said, you mentioned cards, man. All the fiends.
Should I let him be
Yes.
eligible? Okay.
Yes.
All right. You got to submit it, but you also have to defend it. I'm just kidding. So let's see.
A lot, so we will dog shit.
Bro,
your opinions.
Don Krieg is in D. The main villain.
No, I'm
Ben
with
Beckman's
him.
in-
No.
Ben Beckman's in A. What did Ben Beckman
Yes,
do?
he shot the guy. Or no, he
Don Krieg was in
Not
B
shot.
for me,
What
too.
did Ben?
love
What
Ben
did Ben
Beckman.
Beckman do?
Hate Don Krieg.
And Hornigold, badass.
What has Ben Beckman done so far?
He
And
burnt
I
a guy with a
love
cigarette.
Don Krieg. I love the card Don Krieg. I have 9 Don Kriegs. I have like 2
Please
or 3
buy them.
arts of them. Yeah, please buy them.
It's just for me, Don Krieg got so
It was-
outshone
yeah.
by Gin that I was like, he is basically forgettable
So,
at this
V,
point.
you
Like, I
brought up
was
a great
not
point.
impressed.
Is Gin overwritten or is Don Krieg underwritten? Because I think Don Krieg is underwritten. I feel like he could have been better.
It's just
Yes, I
It's
would
kind of
agree.
one note.
Yeah.
He is.
He's like Batman
probably
if
like
Batman
the
was
so much
evil.
more.
He's like Batman, exactly, guys.
He
He's
is
got
Batman.
gadgets like
He
a-
is Batman.
Yeah,
This guy's got gadgets for days.
Boring superhero.
You know, if it wasn't for Luffy being cracked, he's blowing through people in the East Blue. He's the pirate armada.
Oh,
He's the admiral.
he got stomped by Mihawk.
Yeah, Mihawk.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
his
because-
bullshit up.
We're not gonna get to Mihawk.
Yeah.
I agree with what
It
Mick
is
just
Mihawk.
said, that he got boring and he was overshadowed in his
Yes,
own arc.
thank
That's
you,
exactly
thank
where
you.
I stand.
That's
yeah,
where we all
I
stand.
agree.
That's fine.
I mean,
Michael,
But
where do you
still,
want them to
so
send
bored
it?
by him
Nick.
until the fight started.
Even if he got overshadowed,
Discord's best.
Ben Beckman still did nothing.
I love Ben
And he's an A. For what?
because Dylan convinced me that he's badass.
Okay. Fair enough.
Listen, his handful of panels that he had was clearly enough to leave an impression on at least 3 of us.
It wasn't enough to leave an impression on me. I
Yeah,
unfortunately
who?
put him in who? Just because I legitimately didn't remember him.
That's okay.
I don't think he did anything, V.
Not okay.
Let's see. We
I'm sorry, I
got.
was responding in the chat. What was who is this?
We're talking about Ben Beckman again. I feel like
How is Helmeppo B? At least Kobe is higher up than
That's good.
Helmeppo.
Helmeppo B's good.
I feel like Helmeppo
good.
B is fine. Helmeppo, it was
I just didn't like Helmeppo. I kind of he gave me the ick.
Helmeppo's more redeeming than Kobe
That's
to me.
exactly
Hold
it.
on.
No,
Like
no.
his little story.
Gave me the
His
ick.
story of having the life and then giving it all up. He could have went back and not give a damn and been able to live a safe life, but he
Yeah, he could've been
chose
like
to
that.
be
That
a
was
man.
crazy.
Kobe was already sold into it. He was in it.
You keep bringing that up. I still think, in my mind, Helmeppo didn't choose to join the Navy. They're like, you're either going to go to prison and be executed with your father, or you're going to be pressed into service at the lowest rank.
Helmeppo didn't choose originally. From my understanding, it was like he was forced to be a chore boy after Morgan got captured. Then Morgan was like, "I'm going to kill you, blah blah, whatever, fuck you, Helmeppo." And then Helmeppo's like, I'm gonna get in there. And yes, it took a little more persuasion to get Helmeppo there, but that just shows how good like anyone can change and how like
I don't know. I'm not there yet.
It takes time like
I'm
that.
looking.
Kobe
I'm
was
looking
like,
forward to his
I want to be good,
development.
and I'm good.
I'm looking forward to his development through kind of like because we've started seeing him more in the introduction image story. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. But for now, nah.
It's the character design. You know, to be honest, if I
No,
was
the
Luffy,
character
I'd
design's the
want-
worst part of him.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the issue.
Yeah. If
I mean,
I was
it
Luffy,
is
I'd
part
want to
of
hit
the
him
issue.
too. I'd
It
want
is
to
part of
gun
the
pistol
issue.
him also.
Look at his
Michael,
stupid fucking face. Can we just look
Michael,
at
can
his
you pull
stupid fucking face? I
A
hate
picture
him.
of Helmeppo's full design for me, please. From like
Kobe speaks to me personally as a character.
if you can.
I
If it gets in the way, don't do it.
No, give me a second. I'm gonna have to find one that
I'll do it.
is East Blue. Here we go.
Well, there's the one where you first see him out in the execution ground, where it's like you see him like in his whole suit. You see his shoes. It takes a certain type of man to be able to pull off zebra striped shoes, and
That's what I'm saying.
he's not it. It's my issue.
Stop.
He's not the guy. He's not the guy to pull those shoes off. The only person
All right,
who
here
can
we
rock
go.
a bowl cut is Oliver Tree.
Am I still showing my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have his feet in
You
it.
can't see the
Can't see
zebra
the
shoes,
image.
but understand. Look at that fit. He's got that shit on.
No,
But it doesn't
No,
look like it
thank you,
fit well.
feet.
No, bro.
no.
The suit doesn't fit him right.
It's basically
I mean,
Sanji's
no.
outfit, but
Worse.
Doesn't-
Thank you, Jordan.
He wore it first.
Yeah, but he didn't. wear it
Sanji's just
well.
a repeat clone. That's what I'm saying, guys. Come on.
Wait.
Sanji's just a Helmeppo
Sanji
clone?
did it better though.
Meppo clone, guys.
Sanji did.
Sanji as a
You're
Helmeppo
speaking
clone is
all
a
kinds
take
of
I have
blasphemy
never
in here,
heard.
and I'm not.
I mean, they're
about
both
it.
blonde and they both wear a suit.
Exactly.
Look, he's not wrong, but
Oda was like, wait, I was onto something with that design there. Let me run that back one more time.
but
So
let,
they can
let me
press
make
They
it
put it on a
cooler.
character people like.
All right. Any last
Michael,
words
I
on
sent you-
mixed list?
Yeah, I sent you
It's a
Doom.
fine-
Doom
I
Funks.
can I can respect,
I respect
that
it.
list.
I
can
like
respect
he's got
the
a
list, yeah.
sword guy up there.
Good sword guy.
I am going to be off though, friends.
Good night,
Sword
sweet
Have a
pea.
good one.
Bye, friends. Thank you so much for
Bye,
this, for the
V.
viewers,
This
for
was
our
fun.
guests, for everyone. I really enjoyed it.
We'll do another
Yes.
one.
And tune in to the next episode.
I'm probably gonna follow. But thanks for having me on.
Thanks,
Okay.
Bye,
Jordan.
friends.
You sweet little guy.
Oh.
Bye, everybody.
All right, now we get down to brass tacks.
Now let's pull up the rear tier list.
All right, this is not Cygnus's. This is not Doomfunk's. This is another fan of the cast. He is not here. He is busy. But can you see it? Is it showing up on Twitch?
I see Pearl and F.
I see.
Patty and F.
This guy went
Patty
crazy
F.
with S's. S's should be a gift.
Hachi and S during East Blue is a little wild.
Yeah, I think Hachi up
Bro,
there.
get her the
I think
fuck out of
the Tashigi and S.
Yeah, Nami's
gosh,
sister,
dude.
Tashigi.
Nami's
I
sister
know.
just as good as Nami.
Yeah, you can say what you want about Nochiko. I think she's fine. I think she
Yeah,
could be S or A.
Nochiko's
honestly.
fine.
Nojiko was
the
fine.
fact-
Bad. I think she's more
A
or
tier
B.
with Usopp's crew, Usopp and D.
I mean, Smoker.
People hate
D-
that he
well, I
lies.
guess Smoker and D's kind of fair because we really don't get to see much of him in the East Blue. But I think the ice cream scene
It was
did
sweet.
a lot for me with Smoker.
I'm
Where he
gonna
knocks
ask
the kid's
literally.
thing over, he gives him gold, and it's like, hey, try 4 scoops next time. It's just radical.
All Marines are bad.
I feel like I
Bad
keep repeating
apples.
myself, but I need someone to explain to me what's so great about Gin. I don't get it. Though.
He was
I really
so
don't remember this
interesting in the arc that
Okay.
in the arc that he was presented.
Is it because it looks like he has like two big old weights that he uses for weapons?
I thought that was
I like
cool
his
too.
weight.
I thought it was.
I thought that was cool. I was saying, as a character, I thought he was fine. He wasn't memorable to me, and he wasn't that interesting to me in that way.
It's just the depth and growth of it is really
Maybe.
Like, really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I thought he was really dynamic. I thought he was interesting.
Wait, this guy, whoever made this list is on something with having Don Creed above Gin at the very least. I'll take that at the very least.
Where is Krieg? I don't see him. Oh,
He's
listen, you
top.
cannot assume that they put him above him just because he's in B.
Okay,
Well, I'm assuming it.
That's how,
Yeah, I was gonna say
that's how I do my tier list. Exactly. I always assume that's like above.
I just go whatever one's
Go
next
where
on the
they
list. I
go.
put them where I think they go, and then wherever it lands.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna assume it my way, bro. They got the guy who gets rolled the sword in A.
Dylan,
This little guy?
That's a Dylan W.
Oh, that's
Maybe
crazy.
not A, but being up there, I get.
I get the same.
You learn so much about like the background of like the special swords and stuff. Through, I mean, a bit through him, more through Stairway to Heaven 2.0.
Tashigi.
But
Big facts.
it was cool to see. Like, it just, I don't know, something about it just tickled me pink.
I get if you like him because, like, you know, Zoro wouldn't have his swords without this guy. And this isn't really a question for you, Dylan. It's more for whoever made this list. Because if your reason for liking this guy is because Zoro wouldn't have his swords without this guy, Mary's an F. I cannot.
I'm
deal
looking
with
at it right
Mary's
now
name.
too, and I'm just my mouth.
Mary's
is on
an
the
F.
ground.
It's the
Well,
for me. You made the really good points, which would kind of convince me to kind of scoot him a little bit on my list. He wouldn't go much higher. It's just like
I don't think he needs
the fact
to
that
be an A or S. But
The Gaimon in S tier, this person right here, that is 100% correct.
but also the dog in S tier, like
Yeah,
I
that just
can't-
who?
it's like dogs. It's
I really-
lion, dude. Like, come on.
I can't do like the Ben Beckman in A. What has Ben Beckman done to this point?
He
guys?
was cool.
We're talking about East Blue.
His character design is very cool.
It's
as well.
slick, man. I would have a drink with him based on everything I've seen in the East Blue.
And this is a question for
if you
anybody.
kind of come up and be like, "These are the things I don't like talking about." You got it, boss. I ain't fucking with you.
Another question for a lot of people on this list, and I've seen a lot of people do it too. You see Johnny and Yosaku. It's okay; they're separated, but they always got Yosaku's the shaved head one, right? Or is that Johnny?
One's Johnny, the other's not Johnny. I don't know which is which.
Damn it! I thought you guys actually knew, kind of. I'm pretty sure Yosaku.
Who's who?
is the shaved head
I
one.
think Yosaku's the guy with the headband.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me just look it up real
I think
quick.
Johnny's.
Johnny has hair, says Mick Foley.
Okay,
coming in.
so what I want to
coming in.
get to,
Mick, you're
what I want to get
goated.
to is everybody has Yosaku behind Johnny, and I don't get why. Because Yosaku's design is honestly way better. They're basically the same
He
character.
looks like he's from the Leaf
And I just-
Village.
Yeah, let's say it looks like he's
Yeah.
from the Leaf Village. It
Yeah,
looks
it
like
looks
he's
like
about to
Monster
go.
Guy.
It looks like he's got to go find Sasuke later.
Dog, he
Yeah, it
like
looks like he's about to put his arms
Yosuke
behind him and take off.
has that shit on, bro. I'm telling you, dude.
Let's go ahead and wrap up
Headband
this
is-
tier list. Let's go ahead and wrap up this tier list. Any last words?
Johnny
SB is
in
a
One
little
Piece, bro.
crowded, but I
Johnny's
can kind of see it.
ass. It's fine. Besides what I've already said, it's fine.
All right.
Lucky
So-
Ruse and D. Oh, get off this list.
Yeah, next list. Yeah, please.
If I
Next
may,
list. Get off this list.
if I
Yeah, I
may,
saw him down there.
I have someone who has not seen any bit of One Piece. This is their tier list.
Oh,
Who is this? Who is
go.
This is
Bro.
Oh my god,
Cygnus.
yes. Yes, Cygnus.
I don't even know where to start.
Cygnus, have you not
I had
seen any of the
nothing to say.
live action though?
His stuff makes a lot of sense considering he knows nothing about it. Who the
He
fuck
has seen
these
none of the
people?
one.
Oh, Belmere in who? Yeah, that makes sense. You never remember Belmere, right?
Well, if he's not read it, it makes so much sense why none of these people register at all.
Should I just move on from this? Because this is just an insult.
Having the C, having that all the way in S tier is golden to me.
He's
because let's
just
be
doing
honest,
this to win prizes.
Cygnus, knowing Cygnus, I'm going to ask him about it later.
He's,
Oh, yeah,
he's going to have
yeah.
no
That's
answers
why.
for you.
He's gonna have none for
Well,
us.
I'm assuming-
Look
I'm
at the
assuming honestly,
Neptunian and S tier.
super
Look
hot.
at the Neptunian and S
old as a
tier.
dog.
The Neptunian in S tier is golden to me.
Usopp,
Not knowing anything about it, why is Usopp in F?
Yeah, can I get why
He's off.
your F tier? Let me know why that.
That
person's
feels
in F tier.
racist to me.
That feels a little racist.
Whoa.
Oh, there he is. He said fuck Usopp. There we go.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Moving on from Cygnus. This is Doomfunk. We know Doomfunk, Kevin. You don't. He has only watched the live action. So we're gonna move through this quickly. Zeph at S. That makes sense. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Usopp in
I'm
D.
assuming the live action get a lot of exposition through him.
Look, Usopp's above Helmeppo and Kobe and somebody who's 4
That's
episodes
fine.
in. I'm happy that he at least put him there, honestly.
I agree.
I have
Fuck
nothing.
Usopp. Okay.
Look, 4 episodes in, look where he has Kaya and Mary at. Look at that, guys. You'll see that? My guy here is 4 episodes in.
He
already got
says
the beat
goaded.
Goated already.
Exactly. Goaded.
All right.
Now, this is a good list here for someone who's 4 episodes in.
Of the live action. Notice I didn't put Garp on the list. He's in the live action.
Oh, Garp is on the list. He would have been up there for me just because I like his design so much.
I should have put him in there, but I did not. Alas.
Because he didn't really. You saw him from some cover pages. He wasn't really in these Blue Saga kind of stuff.
Hey, Runekeeper just showed up. Hey, I should have included Zoro Sensei, but alas, that's the second time I've said that in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and close the tier list off. I think you have gone through all of the ones that were submitted. And
Good job, everybody. Thank
we
you.
only
Thank
have
you.
3 submissions.
Pitching in.
We have Mick. No, we have 4 submissions, excuse me. We have Doomfunk. Yes, Runekeeper. We did go through yours, and we had a lot to say. However, we are now on to people who have only seen the live action or vaguely know what One Piece is. We had a lot to say about yours. I think yours is this one, if I'm not
Go back to
mistaken.
Doom Post. We can spin it back.
Can you
No,
pull up
Rune
just
keep-
pull up runes real quick. Yeah, pull up runes
Rune
real
wants to
quick.
know what kind of trash we had to say.
This is Rune's list.
I'm
Okay,
pretty
remember
sure.
what I said,
Rune,
right?
can you confirm that this is yours?
It was the Don Krieg and D. That's the. Oh, no, this is
Oh,
Mix.
no.
This is
Sorry.
Mix.
There we go. This one.
This is
that
Rune
same
Keepers.
one?
This
That
is
the same one?
Same one.
Runekeepers.
The same one.
The same one.
The same one, yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Give me just
Yeah.
a second. Runekeeper.
Runekeeper had a lot of people in S tier, if I'm correct.
That sounds right.
Yeah, if I'm correct.
Runekeeper. Woo!
Yeah, Runekeeper is the one with a bunch
Pull
of
up
S
this
tiers.
list, Michael.
Yeah. Hachin
This is
and
it.
S
Yeah,
tier.
this is it.
Kashigi and S. Oh my God, Runekeeper.
Hey, thanks for taking some of this heat off me, dog.
Bro. Kashigi and S. Then we're going back to the swordsman, the guy who sold Zora the sword in A. Which
I
okay,
get that
whatever.
though. I get that hard.
I want to know what stood out about the swordsman who sold.
Listen, I'm so sick of seeing Choo Choo in the top 3.
I am so tired.
Dude,
of
the
fucking
goodest
dog.
boy.
He's
Bro,
not even that good of a boy.
dog.
I've seen better dogs. Rocky's probably a better dog.
Seen better
Honestly,
dogs. I've seen better dog designs. He's okay, dude. Like it's
His story,
It's
this story, like hit me. Like that is probably
he's no Airbud.
on.
Yeah, he's not even Airbud.
He's not even Airbud material in my eyes.
he doesn't hoop.
Have you ever fed him the rock? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Baboon over Chow Chow, exactly.
Yeah, thank you, Mick. Thank you, Mick. Where were we with this? I think F tier had more to say. Hated Mary and Kaya.
Yeah, Mary and F tier Runekeeper is such bad, bro. How would Luffy be anywhere without Mary? Think about that for 2
That's
seconds.
Luffy. He'd find a way.
He'd fucking swim. He'd figure it out.
He can't swim. Pearl, I'll just sit there on Pearl because I know I'm the only one who's gonna defend Pearl.
You're
night and day,
just-
but I
you're the
would.
only-
Exactly. The whole time I was trying
I
to
know.
hawk him like really expensive stuff. Found out
We
his
did
parents-
appreciate
fuck
that you had Kobe above Helmeppo, which some people did not.
I can see where you come through with the swordman now.
Yeah.
I swear we had more slander than this. I don't even remember.
Well, hold on. I don't know how we missed this the first time. Kuina and B compared to like everybody else you got here. Like even Kuina should not be
Yeah.
this high above Kobe. And I'll
Lucky
leave it at that.
it's the fact
Arena
that we
over
have
Usopp?
Usopp's Pirates in A,
Bro.
and Usopp was all the way down in D.
I'm about that.
I can get with that because again, people really did hate Usopp at the beginning, so I can get with that. But even Usopp under Kuina, bro,
That
Dog,
yeah, that
under Kabaji, bro, like what did Kabaji do for you,
Oh, Kabaji was so annoying. I hated Kabaji.
bro?
That's
big
why when
facts.
Zolo put him down, it's like now magic this. He's like, dude, I'm tired of the tricks. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Runekeeper, well, the swordsman who sold Zoro the swords was just very well written. Haha. Also, the fact that well written. This dude doesn't know how to run a shop. He's giving swords away.
I mean,
Real swordsman
well, it's
just
like
would
I
take
think he
those
came to the
pockets, take my
realization,
money.
like he said, it's like, oh no, this guy, he's gonna do stuff.
Usopp back here, where Usopp Paris at least gave Usopp some motivation to go to sea. And he forgets those motivations instantly. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, yeah, I get it why he forgets it. Yeah,
It's like I love these kids. It's like, man, you miss your old crew. Who?
Gene, it's not you, Runekeeper. Everybody loves Gene. I'm just not a Gene guy like that. And then other than that, I think that was fine. Guyman and S is a good answer. The Straw Hats and S. Hachi and S is a little bonkers to me at this point.
Stop saying at this
Hey,
point.
Fun character.
Sorry. I'm just okay, yeah.
All right, Rune. Listen, we've had our way with you. What I'm gonna do? So there are only 4 TCG prizes, and I think all 4 of the people who enter tier lists are gonna want those. So the last person, I'm gonna assume. All right, let me actually rephrase this. So I have. Actually, let me double check my stock just to make sure I have as many as I think I have. All right. So I have 3 double packs, and then because of TCG player nonsense, I have 3 blisters coming. The 3 blisters are going to be their own separate prize. The double packs, I'm counting each one as a single prize. So that way, if you
But to
know,
open
well,
these,
we're going to count. Yes, Dylan.
all right, I'm gonna minimize.
Yeah. So we're going to count that extra Dawn as its own pack, I guess. So if you want the 3 blisters, I will hold on to them for you, but they haven't arrived yet. Each person, as they get drawn from this, gets to choose if they want the double pack or if they want the 3 blisters. Again, 3 blisters do not come with a special Dawn, but once they arrive, I will hand deliver them to you or mail them to you if you live in New Mexico or wherever Mick lives.
He's gonna hand deliver them.
So, let's begin. First winner is Cygnus. Cygnus, do you want the double pack or do you want the 3 blisters? We are anxiously waiting your answer. Again, the 3 double packs is more cards, but you don't get the special Daunt. Okay. Cygnus, do you want me to hand deliver it to you sealed? Do you want me to open it? Do you want the bulk? Give me all the information now. Dun, dun, dun. Ripping hits. Okay, let's go ahead and rip it now. Hope you guys don't mind.
Dylan, you're not watching, right?
No, I minimized.
Okay.
I wouldn't actually say what they are, but you can be like, "Oh, that's good."
Is V still lurking
gone
here? I didn't know if she said a lurk or anything. Look away. Avert your eyes, child.
All right, I'm going to pop the pack open.
Rips and hits, man. Double pack.
So, Cygnus, your Dawn is the Zorodon.
Dylan can see that card, right?
No.
Oh, he cannot.
I don't care if there's no spoilers on it. Fuck.
Oh, okay. No. I know. I was just saying. The special Dawn is the scene from the manga. It's really nice.
So we have your first holo card. Nothing special. I'm pretty sure you're only interested in value. And then your second. Sorry if my camera's not perfect, but there you go. That is them. Nothing super valuable there. Then the second. Okay, we got a event card. And Dylan can hear this name, Tashigi. Sorry, Cygnus, you're not a big money winner, but you still have some really good cards.
You can put them on the shelf.
Yeah, you can make them display. So, where did my little pile of okay. Next is Mick. Mick, do you want the boosters or do you want the double pack? Double pack. And you said you wanted me to open it. He wants the Dawn. Okay. Let me allow me a moment. I'm going to put my headset down. I'm going to grab some protective sleeves.
Wow, sleep's coming out. It's getting serious.
All right,
I'm just sitting here looking at his tier list still. Just
you know what? I should probably put myself as number 1 on the thing. Mick, you got the Sanji. Yeah, boy. I'll go ahead and sleeve that up for you.
I love that panel.
It's good.
It's so good.
Specifically indicated he was interested in Lesanji. I mean, Ledon.
Ledon.
All right, Mick. First things first, we got Raiju. A fantastic card from a playing perspective. And Absalom. Go ahead and sleeve up the Raiju. If you would like me to sleeve up the Absalom, I will. And look at Twitch. I don't know where the Twitch is. Can one of you guys be my eyes and ears on Twitch?
Yeah, I'm sitting here talking to the chat and everything about it.
Anything? Does he want
we're talking about the game, right? We're talking about the game right now. I won't say nothing about it.
Okay.
But Mick, do you want the rares also sleeved up?
Mick, let's see what you got here. Oh.
He would like the rares.
He would like the rares. Would he like them sleeved up immediately?
Yes, sleeved also. Yes, sleeved, please. Yeah.
I mean, of course I'd sleeve them if I'm sending them. Okay. And I'm pretty sure he did not say he wanted the bulk, though. Am I correct in that?
He does not want the bulk. Yeah, you are correct. Yes.
Doomfunk, do you want to wait for the boosters or do you want the double pack, the last double pack? Please respond in chat. Mr. Doom. Mr. Doomy.
Double it and pass it to the next guy.
What does that mean?
That's what he said.
I don't have 2 more double packs to pass to the next guy.
You got to accept it, Doom. You got to pick one. There's not a next guy either, is there?
I'll give the last person the remainder of the prizes, which means Rune, you get the last double pack, and I will, once I have the boosters in hand, I will make sure that they are yours. Last double pack. Again, thanks to TCG players' ridiculous wait times for product, I just do not have them in hand yet. However, they were given tracking yesterday. Rune, may I open them on stream? I don't know if Rune has answered this question, or do you want it sealed? Because I already took the plastic off. I do apologize for that if that's not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yes, he said absolutely. Yes, open them. Yes.
Sweet baby Rune.
He said he wants the hits out of it.
I mean, I can literally hand this to him in person. I see him quite often. All right, Rune, you got a Sanji. And I'll go ahead and sleeve that. All right, pack time. Last pack magic, or second to last pack magic. Yo, what if you pull the Zoro, my guy? How crazy would that be? We got a Ryuma. And we got Gum Gum
I mean,
King Kong Gatling.
I mean, if he definitely does pull the the manga here, hell yeah.
All right. Rune, we got the Special Dawn. We got Suru. And Negative Hollow. We still have 3 packs to come in for Rune, but those probably will not be on stream. In fact, I'm almost certain they will not be. But no crazy hits tonight, and I will make sure the pop figures are distributed amongst those who seek them. I want to thank everyone for joining us. I want to thank our wonderful V and Dylan for contributing, not just to this, but to the podcast. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Thank you for having us, Michael.
What?